Hey, I'm about to sick of you something. How about my sick you?
Jeep.
What your boy do to that show? Huh? What your boy do to that? Not a lot. I'll fix it. No case. What? Tyrese Maxey living up the edge. This is the story. DJ you got to wave around. Scott Drew been holding his kid back. Scott Drew can't go. He been holding his kid back. I got you out of Baylor. See how you play? Yeah, 14 in the first quarter. Keep your eye on that. It's Joel and DJ fucking up the game.
What's gotten into that dog?
Bark.
Hey, let me tell you something. I'm telling y'all, we need to play in public yards because the Sixers, man, they are loaded. So actually, he had 9 seconds. Philadelphia 57, and you want us to have Jason. And you got the people tonight where it's up 9 going to the 4. Oh.
Bark.
Simon.
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Why whimper?
I think he's trying to show us something.
Right there, yes. I like him a lot. Actually, that's a foul, man. Actually, it's 3 of the first 4.
Oh no, the poor babies.
This is 2. Philadelphia nursing a 1 foul. You got to come on out and recognize each other every year. His first game had a little bit of every other
Cheap.
I'll tell you what, Jalen Brown not touched the ball last week. That's a good question. 117, 116. Philadelphia 76. Well done, good. I was asked 1,000 times about that. I can't give you a fair prediction on the section because, listen, my time on Edgecombe and Maxey, if can be,
Cheap. You're a hero, Socks.
Now, look at this. 34 points in that debut. 59.
Distress cheaping, urgent.
Get in the game with the college-branded Venmo debit card. Rep your team with every tap and earn up to 5% cash back with Venmo Stash, a new reward program from Venmo. No monthly fees, no income back. Just full pride and spending power. Get in the game and sign up for the Venmo debit card at venmo.com/collegecard. The Venmo MasterCard is issued by the Bancorp Bank NA. Select schools available. Venmo staff terms and exclusions apply at venmo.me/stash terms. Max $100 cash back per month.
Monster Energy. Everybody knows White Monster. Zero Ultra.
What's gotten into that dog?
He kicked off this whole zero sugar energy drink thing. But Ultra is a whole lineup now. You got Strawberry Dreams, Blue Hawaiian, Sunrise, and White Squall. And they all bring a Monster Energy punch. So if you've been living in the white can, branch out. Ultra's got a flavor for every vibe. And every single one is zero sugar. Tap the banner to learn more.
The show that wants to shut hunters and breakdancers, and
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
You were gonna feel that way, hey, dude. That's why I didn't tell you. For everyone that's involved in the show, including a whole team of people that ring with the banner drop. Yeah, and there's a lot of people that make this show work.
Oh no, the poor babies.
Would you like being nominated for that? I don't like it. That's right. And today's, is we appreciate it for watching the World War II show. I'm also a little upset. Well, the only
cheap
I can be nominated for is this, and this is the most important thing, because we're not analysts, we're opinionists. There's not an opinionist category. There could definitely be an analyst. Well, but I'm not. So there's just no category. There's no category for what Brew and I do. There is, though, a category for what you do. And once again, KW, best daily studio host. What's up?
For the record,
Snuff. No chance of a snuff. Snuff.
Really?
Absolutely. All
Cheap, cheap.
of your rivals are not my rivals. They are. No.
You're a hero, Socks.
Nobody's mine.
It's not false humility. Stop Van Pelt and put 50 on me. Easy.
Well,
Hey, you're out, stop Van Pelt, and you know what I would say? I respect it.
he might give you favorite.
He gave me 50.
You dropping 41 on him. No. You got get yours. That's how I yours. Yeah.
Distress cheaping, urgent.
Be like, you know what? I want to get.
Yeah, I will. In a few years, once I don't stumble over the orbit, I'll do it.
Let's thank you.
Cheap.
Yeah. Thank you.
By everybody, we mean a small group of people. Today, opening day starts with Giants Yankees tonight. Who will be playing in October?
Bark, bark.
Meanwhile, we look at the NFL draft. Is protecting Mahomes the number one priority in Kansas City? I'm kind of game with the draft.
Oh, yeah.
29 days away.
We are. Guess what comes out on Monday?
Your mock draft?
Mock draft.
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
I can't wait for the mock draft.
Bark,
Might
bark,
be
bark.
next month. I'm not sure which. It's on account. We're not yet. A week from Monday is mock draft 1.0.
I'm fired up.
Looking at these highlights,
You know, these are
they better
highlights.
take a
This
line.
is- No, they do not need to.
I mean, let's
You do.
pour Mahomes.
Oh, we cut
You
wonder why I got
got
the whole set.
golly.
Yeah, well, you've also in. We'll discuss.
Bark,
A
bark.
special edition of Tears. I mean, nominated Tears. That's like.
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
Don't be nice. Tears.
I'm
I think he's trying to show us
also, if
something.
I may, to the 37 other Fox Sports
Yeah,
comments.
you look at it like that.
There are 37 other Fox Sports comments. Yeah, really.
Always been a great trip, so I never won.
Oh no, the poor babies.
Today, Yankees Giants tonight. World champion Dodgers in action tomorrow. And yesterday, Tony got announced, struck out with 11 batters and 4 innings, side ball. Still working out. Now check out this only February interview. Tony did NBC podcast. He did
Cheap,
three
cheap.
with the Dodgers and sitting at the same table as Michael Jordan and Tom Brady. Well,
This is the Tom Brady.
it was just, Dodgers Nation is paraphrasing. I don't think about it too much, however, I do hope that when I retire, I look back and deal with that. If the Dodgers
Cheap, cheap. You're a hero, Socks.
I agree with that. I guess I'll be honest with you. Okay.
I'm just saying the best baseball player. And here's Babe Ruth, was obviously a great pitcher as well as hitter. But he didn't do it at the same time.
Distress cheaping, urgent.
The most home runs he ever hit, he pitched 4 runs, 29. Then after that, right. But then when he was in 40,
Cheap, cheap.
he wasn't pitching, he only pitched 4 games. Very much is the best I've seen prior to the time. And forget even the steroid peak.
Bark, bark.
Bonds overall his greatness. One season where he hit 54 more homers. Otani's already on 50 plus homers. Very well, it was 73.
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
Yes, I think Otani.
Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark. Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Oh no, the poor babies.
$25,000. All you need is $10 membership. Look, no military, no government job, no special relations, just $10, guys. And I'm talking about a $50,000 $50,000
Cheap, cheap.
75,000 home improvement. Then you got the home equity, the mortgages, even a $50,000 business credit card. That's not it. They also have antique car loans and including car loans. They got 84-month financing. The credit union is an absolute beast. And by the end of this video, you're going to know exactly how to do it. What's up for
Cheap, cheap.
how to stack up $25,000.
You're a hero,
I want
Socks.
y'all to get ready for this. Let's get to it. Now, y'all know, I just don't come on here hyping up any credit. Look, we come from AFL, here in America, also the United States Senate Federal Credit Union. But I'm going to tell y'all, this one right here, look, Lafayette Federal Credit Union, this might be the most
Distress
complete credit
achieving
union we've
urgent.
reviewed on this channel in a while. And I'm going to tell you why I say that. Most credit unions, they do one or two things with it. Maybe they got good personal
Cheap,
loans.
cheap.
Maybe they got a decent credit card. But Lafayette, they got the whole lineup. I mean, think about this. They got personal, auto, home, and business all put under one roof. That's
Bark, bark.
exactly what it is. And the best part, the barrier to entry is almost nothing. And we're going to break that down in a second. Well, before we get into all these nuggets, I want to say to all the new people that's new to this channel, I want you to know we drop videos every single week showing business credit
What's gotten
strategies
into that
and
dog?
funding schemes that charge you thousands of dollars for. We give it to you absolutely free. So what I'm saying is I need you guys to smash the like button, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a video. And if you're already part of our family, drop the comment right now that says ready in the comments so that I know that you guys are locked in. And I look at all the comments, guys. So first things
Bark,
first,
bark.
how do you actually join Lafayette Federal Credit Union? Because here's the thing.
Socks? What's
We
wrong,
this
boy?
credit union
Wine
is set up
whimper.
for government employees.
I
But
think he's trying to show us
this is the
something.
part y'all need to hear. They opened it up to everyone. So now you can join Home Ownership Financial Literacy Council. I call no check it, guys. That's it. Join your organization.
Oh no,
Now
the poor
you're eligible
babies.
for membership at the Lafayette Development Credit Union. And look at this. I want you to know it's not a do during this video. All you got to do is go to their website. You sign up for the Home Ownership Financial Literacy Council. You put down your $10 membership. You make an deposit.
Cheap, cheap.
Lafayette Federal Credit Union. And guess what? You're in $10. That's less than a Chipotle bowl with guac, guys. Come on, you can't beat this. And it gives you access to up to $225,000 worth of financial products. Now, what I'm about to show you is the complete product lineup. And when I tell you they got something for
Cheap, cheap. You're a hero, Socks.
What's up, fella? Got a lawyer paper before that. What do you talk about? How not get attacked again? So, there's been some lawyer papers before that, like, hey man, how do you not get attacked? To the one that you guys, as I told you guys in this video, this one year I've been dating for like almost 5 years now. I'm done the first day, now. And so be that serious on how I have not gotten the thing. And I think a video that I did in 2015. Whoa, 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 whoa.
Bark, bark.
Whoa. Hey, a minute. Time out. You're 5 years old. I mean, come on now. It's like, you know, you go get in there and take your car to the car shop. You know, you can't go back.
Whoa, what's gotten into
So you
that
say,
dog?
if I have any more questions to ask you, now I don't mind doing OP videos that I did if I have something new to add. And so for this one, I do. And sometimes, even if I do old videos No.
Bark,
So
bark.
then y'all guys go and watch this video.
Socks?
My
What's
old
wrong,
video,
boy?
I just
Whine
ran with
whimper.
it. And then I ran with
I
it.
think he's trying
Oh,
to
you
show
know
us
what?
something.
Now, I do get my point across a little bit more than I heard. All right, I'm not going to go into this stuff. Don't get me wrong, but I can go into it.
Oh no, the poor babies.
Well, sometimes I can say something. He's like, oh, I appreciate that. Then I start running. I play and I play and I play it again. I'm like, hey, what that do? You have to play that. So, as much as I take
Cheap,
so
cheap.
fun in my rap and stuff, you know, it's nervous. All right, so let's get into the video, guys. All right, I try not to get too much rap, but hey, you know, got to get good. Number one, guys, and this is something I want to add new to it that I didn't add on the first video, is just, so guys, we got to look at
Cheap, cheap.
and
You're a hero, Socks.
attached. I don't mean you'll get attached like Siamese twins, but people are emotionally attached to that person. So let's break this down even thought. Okay? Basically, what that is you basically develop unhealthy with whatever that
Distress
is.
cheaping,
All
urgent.
right, guys? You can be emotionally attached to together. You can be emotionally attached to a woman. You can be emotionally attached
Cheap,
to a
cheap.
car. Basically, you have developed a unself affection. Whatever it is that you have is attachment. And as y'all guys know,
Bark, bark.
too much of anything is not good. So why it's good to love something, when we go a little bit farther and we say an attachment or in love, your thoughts and
Whoa,
emotions
what's
are
gotten into that
consumed
dog?
with whatever that is.
Bark, bark,
Might be
bark.
cars, might be gambling, might be marijuana, whatever. You have unhealthy effects with something. Okay? So this discipline part comes in as you having emotional control. Y'all got it. Emotional control. Emotional
Bark, bark.
control is somebody cut your ass off the track. You're supposed to cut
Socks?
their
What's
ass
wrong,
out,
boy? Whine whimper.
but you don't get it that emotional.
I think he's trying to
See,
show us
that's
something.
emotional control. See, emotional control is somebody makes a celebrity video about it on YouTube, and you don't just turn the camera on. Yes, sir.
Oh no, the poor babies.
That's emotional control. I told y'all guys in the older video, I can't remember which one it was. I think this was one where everybody like, yeah, man, you say so happy now. And like I told y'all guys, part of that was somebody could come in my comments and just say, this is a stupid video, and you look all
Cheap, cheap.
idiot. And I was just turning him back on, turning him back on. And I was just blowing. I don't do that. Sometimes I want to do it, but I don't do it because I say most sensitive. So y'all guys understand that. So you guys have to have the discipline to control your emotions. I've lost something in the past from not being
Cheap,
able to
cheap.
control my emotions. Y'all guys
You're a
understand.
hero, Socks.
So part of controlling your emotions usually takes some kind of emotional maturity. Now some guys who have 12 years old, 13 years old, they don't get angry or none of that. You can't rile them or not. But some of us, it takes a little longer to get there. You know, some of us say, oh, I got a temper, and this, that, all like temper. I know, none of we do
Distress
have
cheaping,
no
urgent.
emotional control. You have no discipline for your emotions. So, the number one part of not getting attacked, guys,
Cheap,
is
cheap.
accountability. Discipline gives accountability. They play no circumstance and all those fools in the bed. You gotta look in the mirror and you gotta say, I control my emotions. gotta have the discipline to do it. Point blank period, guys. I hold my emotions. I'm not getting upset for what? I'm not gonna sit around all day
Whoa,
and think
what's
about
gotten into
what.
that
I'm
dog?
and listen to the fans on and think about the goddamn woman. I have in the past, in my early 20s. See all that work with that woman on my goddamn mind. Women don't even like when you are emotionally attached to them. They say that money is the number one cause of divorce or relationship.
Bark.
I gotta believe a close second to that is fans
Socks? What's wrong, boy?
AKA
Whine whimper.
I gotta believe how close that.
I think he's trying to show us something.
When a man gets emotionally booty, the woman is immediately turned off because he knows you're emotionally weak. You can't even tell her no.
Oh no, the poor babies.
You develop a fear of loss. So then it's easy to being able to get away and do what you want to do. It's so easy to all the factors for you because then emotion is that fear weakness. So what if I be number one? And I want you back. I heard him here a line away.
Cheap.
Line away. They ain't going to run no time to do this. So I want you. Money being number one, but I bet you number two is a man becoming through. A man becoming goddamn woman. What happens when a man becomes too? He becomes too available. He becomes too touchy-feely. He becomes jealous. Insecure. I'm finished. You'll turn your phone call and pretend it's
Cheap.
male.
You're a hero, Socks.
That's what happens when a man becomes emotionally attached. He becomes insecure and all this type of bullshit. Pushes the woman away. All right, guys. So that's number one. Then, number two, the only thing my women say is
Distress cheaping. Urgent.
what does this do? This prevents me from developing an emotionally dependent. Emotional dependent. Basically, what I'm saying is what happens is now all of a sudden I get days without my girlfriend. Because now she has become my life and my source of energy. Y'all got to understand that. So now I develop a dependency upon her. Well, that's another reason why you want to wait, because now you start
Whoa,
to do what?
what's gotten into that dog?
Not physically, you fucking psychopath, but I'm talking about, and then she don't get no space. You want to feel it. You want to spend some time, you want to touch it. So now you develop a dependency on her. Do you think a woman wants to? Y'all guys ever had a
Socks?
friend that
What's
told
wrong,
you
boy?
want to see
Whine
what-
whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Bad when I was pull up with another friend in the car. He wanted to just be in. He had to become active upon me to hang out.
Oh no, the poor babies.
You know, get anything like that. But he was just wanting to get upon me for friends. You have to have. They don't want to hang around and say, oh, that's perfect. I'm perfect. I'm with my girl. All the time.
Cheap.
All the time. I'm with my bitch. 2 days a week. 4 days those other 5 days to maintain your life. Give her space to prevent you from becoming totally dependent upon her as your source of life and energy. 2 days a week. But you know what? Y'all got to do goddamn thing.
Cheap.
Any of y'all got to my third book? I
You're a
especially
hero,
talk about this by I say, even if you live with a woman, you still go keep doing what you do. I understand. I don't count running down in the bed with the girl. That don't count. I'm talking about both of y'all get on the same 5, and that 5 y'all successfully keep it together. That's what I'm talking about. You come in the house at 8 or 9,
Distress
get
chiefing
in bed,
urgent.
wind down, take a shower, whatever, and go to bed. That means that she had 4 or 5 hours to just be alone, hang out with her girls, or do whatever she's
Jeep,
doing,
Jeep.
so y'all can get, so y'all can support each other. That's not the same as winding down the bed. I'm talking about when y'all get off work, y'all lock in together. You goddamn thing. You don't think you'll feel that one goddamn nerves?
Bark, bark.
So just me knowing that, hey man, I don't give a no face. I'm gonna move it any goddamn way. That's why I tell you guys, I'm only still 2 times a week. The first week, Friday or Tuesday to Saturday, Wednesday to Saturday.
What's gotten into that dog?
That's for all my guys who ain't perfect, they might have to just be Saturday and Sunday. I understand that. That's fine. If you're somebody locked in, Monday to Friday might be locked up. I understand. That's why I say so it might be just Saturday and Sunday. If you was like this without the Sunday, it was just Sunday. Okay, guys? So 2 days a week. Next time, they're all black.
Bark, bark.
This is a metaphor for their all split. Meaning,
Socks?
they're
What's
all
wrong, boy?
diverse.
Whine whimper.
Guys,
I
I
think
did
he's
not
trying to show us something.
emotionally invest in something that I know is not perfect. That's the thing. But amen. Amen. Hold up. You told
Oh
us
no, the poor
Jesus
babies.
had that you know perfectly not over hard. You didn't say survival. So survival you said was ground. So we should be good as long as we attack. My point is this right here. What if survival comes? What if I get a car accident that we're not going to do? What if I get a heart accident and I'm paralyzed from the waist down? Now, obviously, that's going to affect me as much. I make videos. But y'all guys just follow what I'm saying. For all my hard-working guys who got to get up and move around every day. What if I get a car accident and I'm paralyzed from the waist down? Or I become financially bankrupt because I found out I got some kind of cancer or whatever, guys, right? These
Cheap,
stupid
cheap. You're a hero, Socks.
I just cannot emotionally love an animal like that. My brother had a saying, I don't know where he got from, though, the Bible or something. He said, those saying that, you pick up a snake and invite it. Don't get mad. Now, I'm not going to compare
Distress
women to
chiefing
snakes.
urgent.
It's their nature. Just like I got the video, male nature is better. The reason I say that is because we really have our own
Jeep,
people. It's
Jeep.
not like women and like really sweet little angels. Because truth be told, y'all guys can have the perfect girl at home or the perfect wife or whatever, Beyonce, whatever at home. And if some girl at your job that you find as a 9 or a 10 starts sending you shoes position and she opens the fuck, you gonna fuck her. So as a woman, if you watch this for the 3 women, I'm not throwing women under the bus. We men have our
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
if you, for all you women out there that want to get to a high value man, please understand this right here. He gonna have more options. He's so most likely he's getting for it. So you are going to have to share a high value man. I said that on the fucking video, the Derek Jackson video where I was talking about the royal house. There is no such thing as a fucking royal house. I said that is, but that I made that video in 2018.
Bark, bark.
Why I talk about it's no
Socks?
such
What's
thing
wrong,
as
boy?
royal house.
Whine whimper.
A man with options will, exercise
he's
those
trying to
options
show us
if he
something.
finds you women attractive. So I'm not saying that we suspension of you, but I personally feel a real thing. Now, here's the thing. Now, personally, it's not a
Oh
real
no, the poor
thing.
babies.
It's not. This shit go all the way back. This shit is talked about all the way back to the England days, the queens and kings and the American law. They would make you the caste system. You can marry nobody beneath you. This ain't no fucking
Cheap,
red
cheap.
pill theory thing. This is fucking biology. Women are hard to want a man that can provide and protect them better than they can do themselves. So, if they got attachments are rare, the average woman is not going to be attached. God wants you guys to the average man to be lucky to get one or two women in his whole fucking life.
Cheap, cheap.
You know what? You just say lucky to get one woman attached.
You're a
You can get a
hero,
woman that
Socks.
loves you, can care about you. Attached, guys, those are rare. Those are rare. That's the woman that when she even think she's remotely losing you, she would. That's when you know a woman is attached.
Distress cheaping, urgent.
She don't even care about her respect. She don't care about her dignity. She'll give a phone for every time she 20 page goddamn text message.
Cheap, cheap.
Right now, guys, if you want to know that, guess what? She's not attached. Yeah, no, please don't know contact when you got attached. She don't do no contact.
Bark,
She don't
bark.
contact your ass. Steroids every day, several times a day. There's no contact. If you are doing no contact, she's not attached. There you go. I say it. You don't even have to make no video on it. Doing no contact. Don't work that way.
Whoa.
Don't work
Who's
that way.
gotten into that dog?
Okay, guys. So
Bark, bark,
it,
bark.
it gets hard for me to get emotionally invested into something that I know is incapable of looking at this. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Yeah. And guys, and logically, I understand the survival mechanism.
Bark, bark.
I get it, but
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
I can be a emotional attack. No, you don't know
He's
why?
trying to show
Because
us
I can get paralyzed from the neck down. You know what that dog was doing? From the lick on the paralyzed head down. He won't get it. Every dog got his back. Every got this dog.
No,
How
poor
does got
babies.
this dog? Right now, that's really. You think you're going to see the spirit come? That night before the house, that dog still going to kick your ass down every time you see him. He loves that guy. 1 hour. 1 hour. He ain't going to give you 1 minute less than what y'all would use when you was in that goddamn house. He might even do a little bit more. He's still sorry. He ain't going to be goddamn y'all in the house giving you goddamn 30 licks when he started, and now you're on his bridge. Like, motherfucker, you better take these 3 licks and be happy with it. Because I don't do that. So I can supposed to, but I understand better or worse. That's what's going on.
Cheap, cheap.
A woman is incapable of that.
You're a hero,
A woman
Socks.
is incapable of that. And I told y'all guys, the Bible, attachment. Attachment is not perfect. Cool. But the Bible is attachment. The Bible is attachment. So give me one of those bridges. I tell you, you know what? I take that back. A woman will go there because you will see some low value women you want to do. You'll see some, I see some fat women, y'all straight apart, man. Yeah, I see them, that's why the woman is. They can't get no better, they might have women wild. But I guarantee you got some better that come along. There's these you got them gonna leave your ass.
Bark, bark.
And you got some women, they just deep down, they might can do better, but psychologically, they self-esteem so low, they don't think they can. I think guys, I know like 9 and 10 who were free.
Whoa.
Because although they were 9 and 10, they still, they
Bark,
self-esteem.
bark.
If all y'all got that, want to know the correlation between that, a woman like that, and stuff like that, basically, she's getting you validation from people with the kids. It ain't about the sex, it's the validation on her being a woman. That's how women self-esteem. Next guy. So guys, let's
Socks?
just
What's
get
wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
emotional stuff, right? All right,
I
this
think
is my
he's trying to show
emotional
us something.
cup. This is how much emotion I got to give to the world to give. All right, pour a little emotion over here, pour a little emotion down, pour a little emotion down. Yes, that does.
Oh
That's
no,
the
the
business
poor
structure.
babies.
Mostly invested in two places, one thing. So when you have purpose in life, you got to do a really good emotional down. You got three women, you got to give one some little emotion, you got to give her a little emotion. So I'm not all my emotional stuff ain't for one thing. So y'all guys understand it.
Cheap, cheap.
So you need purpose and you need to date other emotional women. If you're purple pill, then you need purpose, hobbies, and other things. You need hope. Now, I don't really got to hobbies other than watch football and stuff like that right now. So hobbies is not something, but for all my purple pill guys, okay, you don't need emotional women, but you don't need purpose. You don't need hobbies. If you fall under your emotional company,
Cheap, cheap.
if you don't have that, in your whole
You're a
cup,
hero,
you ain't
Socks.
dating other women, so your whole cup goes to this one. That's how that works, guys. Now with me, like I just told you guys, I have purpose and I date other women. Y'all guys want to know why the dating game sucks so much these days? Y'all want to know why
Distress cheaping.
women go
Urgent.
through goals and do all this flaky behavior shit? Because they've been pulled in so many different directions, so many days, stuff like this.
Cheap, cheap.
They can only give you a sprinkle. They can't even give you like a third of a cup. They like a teardrop. That's what happens when you stay there and talk to
Bark,
these
bark.
guys and you go on a whole different dates. That's what happens. That's why they go through goals. No matter how great you is, because you want to get a teardrop of that emotion. That's what they do. You can't invest into you at all. Women have always dated
What's
both
gotten into
men,
that dog?
but now it's just both. So in the past, I think you was two other guys, now it's you and 10 other guys. And so now that's why it's easier for her to go home, because she didn't invest into you mostly at all. And last, I keep my SOB high. What that
Bark, bark.
is, and you
Socks? What's wrong,
give you
boy?
that
Why
flag.
whimper?
And I'm just going to be honest with you guys.
I think he's trying to show us something.
It makes you feel like you're almost good. I said, I said, I'm going to this guy, been following me for a while.
Oh no, the
He
poor
has,
babies.
he said, when he classified as a kid, and this super big y'all and stuff like this. And I said, dude, if you truly is a kid, this one always finds like he's too good to just give herself to one man. That's
Cheap,
that's
cheap.
what narcissism is. When you keep your let me explain something to you guys. Let's just be real, right? How many of you guys right now, if you won $5 million, $10 million, whatever, and you got the best shape of your life, how many of y'all want to just one woman? One hour? You all go feel like you know what I kind of
Cheap, cheap.
It's like having a PhD and working for minimum wage.
You're a hero,
You
Socks.
think somebody with a PhD will work for minimum wage? They're gonna starve. They're gonna starve if they work for minimum wage. That's not why you have so many white collar people that work themselves and lose their jobs. They're gonna starve. They will go work for blue collar jobs.
Distress cheaping.
I'm
Urgent.
just not. I'm feeling that. So I keep my efforts high. They're all so
Cheap,
like,
cheap.
what is that? And all this? This must be better than the world.
Bark,
You know
bark.
what, guys? I almost think that it would be better for me to punish the world by giving myself this one woman. I'm punishing. That's how I feel. That's how he said I gave him all of
Whoa,
this.
what's gotten into that
You
dog?
was a woman?
Bark, bark,
He
bark.
gave me all this so I can spread my seed. So, you know, to get way farther. So you got scarcity, then you got abundance.
Bark,
No,
bark.
it's relative.
Socks? What's
You know,
wrong, boy?
you
Why
got
whimper?
to those bitches
I think he's trying to
till
show
the
us
day I
something.
die. You got them. All right, guys. So, what I want to know is that, all right, guys, I'll be back with you guys later.
Oh no, the poor babies.
What's up, fellas? So, we have a
Cheap,
lawyer
cheap.
Facebook and comment that said, actually, I should say this is a lawyer Facebook in my community past. And I've seen this a couple of times throughout the years I've been on YouTube too. That said, I said he lost his girl. And so, 95% of the feedback I get
You're a
comes from guys
hero,
saying, hey
Socks.
man, just listen to this guy, fellas. He got my wife purring like a kitten, you know. You every now and then, I say, maybe 3 or 4 times a year, I'll do something to what God said. I did what this guy said, he screwed up my relationship. So I didn't want to live off on the things that I say that will cause
Distress
you women,
cheaping,
guys.
urgent.
Because y'all guys got to understand that my philosophy
Cheap,
is
cheap.
not still around women. I want y'all guys to understand that. Being with a woman would not make you happy. Being with a
Bark, bark.
woman that respects you, submits to you, will make you happy. You do not want to be with a woman if she doesn't respect you, look at you. I'm just gonna let you know that now. So if your goal is just
Whoa,
to
what's
have a
gotten into
woman,
that dog?
you just want to have a woman, don't want to have a backbone, and want to put her on a pedestal, and you just want to keep your girl, you don't listen to that I say that I'm going to talk to the relationship. Because that's not what I advise you to do around. Keeping your woman. Okay, guys? So let me get into my talk more. What's up, y'all?
Bark,
And
bark.
I want to put all this stuff into one video, okay? With things that
Socks? What's
we'll
wrong,
talk.
boy? Whine whimper.
Number one, guys, the number one thing that's going to cost you
I
women
think he's trying to show us
is
something.
being on your purpose. Wait a minute, wait a minute. Oh, time out. Time out. I hell being on my purpose going to cost me money. Now, you've been saying
Oh
all
no,
this
the poor
time,
babies.
being on my purpose going to get me. So, this probably going to be a long ass talk. But let me explain. Being on your purpose is not going to get you women. If you're a guy with
Cheap, cheap.
low self-esteem, then yes, because you're trying to build yourself up. But if you're a guy that doesn't have those issues, like a motherfucker who wears 2 earrings I was telling y'all about, the motherfucker who thinks he's fine, you know, what I know you got a motherfucker with 2 earrings, he don't think he has. That motherfucker think he's pretty.
Cheap, cheap.
That motherfucker don't think he's good looking. That
You're a
motherfucker think
hero,
he's fine.
Socks.
If you one of those motherfuckers, purpose will post you. Because guys, I would tell you right now, the best way to get women is to revolve your life around that. It's just like anything in life.
you get what you put in.
Distress
So if you're a guy, and I would say the one thing that you can get around is being a decent chick, right? That's the one thing.
Jeep.
But if you're a guy, you're fairly decent, and fairly decent. I ain't saying you gotta be out here to tailor our money suit or no shit like that with
Bark,
some
bark.
Shakespeare alligator local on. But just decent, a nice fitted polo, nice fitted jeans, not skinny, slim fit jeans, and some decent locals. And you went to the mall every day and approached
What's
30
got into
women,
that dog?
and then went to the club every night, I guarantee you're going to sleep with way more women than a guy on this person. But that guy is going to have a better life than you for financial and happiness and fulfillment. But we just talking about making most women. If we don't just do it head to head, a man who's working 80 hours a week, hell, even 60 hours,
Bark.
such a dude who's in the mall every fucking day.
Socks?
And
What's
so it's
wrong, boy?
speaking with
Wine
women.
whimper.
I'm just telling you, he's just gonna have
I
more
think he's
time
trying to show us
to
something.
do it. I'm talking about the guys who got self-esteem. Now, you're a guy who have to deal with self-esteem issues, and you're the one who deal with self-esteem. But I'm just talking about a level playing field.
Oh no,
Take
the
me,
poor babies.
got great self-esteem. Being on my person actually talks with I have done. I tell y'all guys, when I was in the States, I slept with more women. And understand that my life revolves around me. But which one do you think I'm happier
Cheap.
with? Banging 50 women a year, living in a fucking basement with $3 in the bank? Or where I'm at now, living a much better lifestyle, banging 8 women a year? Which one do you think is better? So that's the whole point about purpose. Another thing, Bill, is going to be honest, self-esteem or not, there's only a
Cheap.
certain level of quality of women you can get when you're not on your purpose. That
You're a
goes for
hero,
motherfuckers with
Socks.
2 earrings, 3 earrings, 5 earrings. I don't give a goddamn you got an earring in your goddamn dick. You have a feeling of the quality of women you can get when you're not on your purpose. I'm just going to call it a spade. We're just going to call it a spade. I don't care what you look like.
Distress
I don't
cheap.
care if you got an earring in your nose. I don't care if you got an earring in your tongue. I don't give a damn if you got an earring in your hand. It won't matter. You will have a feeling if you don't have your shit off together. So what can happen is a woman can go find you very hot. Say you a little attracted to a woman. You take home to the guy from the experience. I can sleep with these women, but I couldn't maintain them because at some point I couldn't get in. So that lust but only goes so far. Maybe I can make it once, maybe I can make it twice,
Gotten into that dog.
but at some point they gonna get going. Now I can't beat these motherfuckers. Goddamn, get your ass around me. They beat these motherfuckers. I go out here down there, they ain't going nowhere. Yeah, it's okay. But goddamn, what you so long? Yeah, whatever. Yeah. But that was perfect. Yeah, you don't get that. Yeah, that was perfect.
Bark.
You can't beat these motherfuckers. Yeah. Y'all heard that
Socks?
case?
What's
That
wrong,
girl
boy?
called
Wine
Priscilla,
whimper.
the one that accused him of rape. And
I think he's trying to show us something.
I ain't never had no TV like that. I'm thinking you doing all that across the world. And you go to the rail.
Oh no, the poor babies.
I think you know, right? I think if you come down this rail, you got it at least a 9. At least a 9. But yes, you know that was purpose. Yes, you know begging and crying. Okay, you don't call me back.
Cheap.
So, purpose will get you a better quality of women as far as retention. You can bang a woman Just as she find you attractive, right? You could make you a 9 or a 10. You find you like gorgeous, whatever. You live, you're not gonna be able to maintain it. Here's the
Cheap,
issue.
cheap.
I don't care. I'm walking up. I'm gonna tell you right now.
You're
When
a
you
hero,
get hot
Socks.
chick and you like hot chick and you may like you want to keep her around, then that's just the way it is. We ain't in the habit of just getting bad chicks and lose them next week. You want to keep fucking them up front. How many guys, a little girl you like, had sex with, and she start putting that thing you gone, she gone, you like, God damn, what happened? That's what
Distress
happened.
cheaping, urgent.
If you would that Ferrari in that penthouse, you would have had ass for that. No, you
Cheap,
would have had ass
cheap.
for that. That's perfect. Okay, guys, the whole thing about purpose, guys, is it actually costs you. I'm just going to put that out there right now.
Bark,
Being
bark.
on your purpose actually costs you with you better off. You're better off if you have a confidence with your goals. Look at you all there, big ass food. As long as you're doing fairly decent shape. I ain't saying you got to be on a fourth leg in the second.
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
15 on the low body fat. You ain't got to have none of that bullshit. And not halfway deep. You don't even got to wear the diamond, none of that bullshit. Just wear a polo shirt, polo shirt, jeans, polo. Look at that. You pay way more things. Because you don't get counsel for women. So I just want to put that out there.
Bark, bark.
Next, I got to put in this video.
Socks?
I'm
What's wrong, boy?
gonna do the
Wine
video,
whimper.
even if it's talking points I already talked about. I gotta put it.
I think he's
Whole
trying to
video.
show us something.
But wait for Tuesday. I am telling you right now, that is the worst way. Worst way to sleep with
Enough, the poor
I'm
babies.
telling you right now, it is. I've said this, I've explained this over and over and over and over and over again. Some of you guys still don't grasp it. Waiting for Tuesday is about ignoring yourself and not revolving it around female validation, whatever activity you do around female validation.
Cheap, cheap.
That's what the wait for Tuesday is, to put you in the mindset of to go out and enjoy yourself and not need female validation. That's the whole thing with being on your purpose also, is that when you're on your purpose, guys, Monday through Friday is off limits. If Monday through Friday is about breakfast, workers, food, perfect,
You're a hero, Socks.
and meal prep, then that means that I only have 2 days to fill. Right? Right off the bat, I'm a lot less slowly. Right off the bat. Right off the bat, I'm a high value man. My time is very limited. Right off the bat. That hypothetically say Saturday is your date night, and Sunday
Distress cheaping, urgent.
another date for a home working, maybe do a football season, or recovery day. Well, the
Cheap,
recovery day
cheap.
is you went out Saturday, had a spring, and you need to hydrate up for work and school or whatever through the week on Sunday. Deep clean the house and stuff like that on Sunday,
Bark, bark.
and meal prep for Monday on Sunday when it's kind of chill day. So off the bat, guys, I only got Saturday right off the bat. See how life automatically is less stressful now? So, now going back to the purpose, I want to explain this to you for a
Whoa,
moment. I
what's
forgot
gotten
to
into
bring
that
this
dog?
up. The one reason why I started back, I'm working on another book now. I'll be out soon. Don't ask me to come in for the book coming out. I spoke about it. If I see one more when the book comes out, in the comments, this video, after that, a video after that, I am simply going to say kiss my ass. I'm not even going to say food, money, please. I'm just going to say
Bark, bark.
kiss my ass. Okay? You know what? I might abbreviate it so offend nobody. It's
What's
just
wrong,
pain
boy?
and late.
Wine whimper.
And y'all know what it means. Nigga, kiss my ass. Simply telling you
I think he's trying to
no
show us
ass.
something.
And I'll put it out. Okay? But part of the reason I started writing the book, and part of the reason And I don't know when I'm gonna upload it.
Oh no, the
The
poor
book might
babies.
be 3 months old by the time I release it. Motherfucker still ain't learned that the videos, I make videos, and I have a catalog of videos. Goddamn, I might have been go 5 more books by the time this video come out. I don't fucking know. I might have great hair out my ass by the time I release the video. I'm tired of you motherfuckers not understanding that the
Cheap,
video, sometimes I start a video, I might have 20 videos stored, and motherfuckers still running around. Oh, he's been doing this shit for 5 years. I hate you motherfuckers. But anyway, get back to what I was saying. I saw myself falling back in the trap of female validation. But my nights were revolving
Cheap,
around female companionship. And so that's why I
You're
got
a
back on
hero,
my
Socks.
purpose. Because I didn't like my evenings being dictated by whether I had another date or another rotation girl, whatever the fuck you want to call it, hanging out or coming over or whatever, right? I didn't like that. And then it started to feel just like it was when I was pre-getting on my purpose. Well, my life started to revolve around
Distress cheaping.
this,
Urgent.
and I ain't like it. So I started to get back to my grind because I seen that I had too much.
Cheap,
The
cheap.
thing is, when y'all guys get to a point where I'm there, and you kind of set, like I tend to, if I was to stop making videos right now, and did nothing else
Bark,
right
bark.
now, just all my book sales and my interest of the money I got in my brokerage account, I can live off a 6-figure lifestyle, comfortable lifestyle, just off that. So y'all guys can understand how the complacency
Whoa,
can
what's
set
gotten into
in
that dog?
to where anybody can set in complacency and be like, well, you know. But the problem was that was not an issue with that. The issue was I didn't like that. My life was trying to revolve around details. And that's why I got back on my purpose. Because when your life revolves around females, it's going to be stressful or more stressful because
Bark, bark.
how could I say this without offending anybody? What are the
Socks? What's wrong, boy?
Yeah, I
Ryan
hope I ain't
whimper.
offend nobody. I hope no women, you
I
know,
think he's trying to show us
help
something.
me for harm for me saying that or something like that. But when your life revolves around, it's going to always be more stress. We just want to stress.
Oh no, the poor
If women, was difficult to deal with, I honestly believe no man would ever get married. I honestly believe that. I honestly believe men get married. The men that do get married,
Cheap,
they
cheap.
just get tired of dating game. They be like, man, these bitches are shit. I honestly believe that. I don't believe that. I believe no man would ever. I don't believe no man would ever get in a relationship. I don't believe no man would ever get married if women were not difficult. As women say, a lot to help. They like to say, right?
Cheap, cheap.
So when you get into that, when your life starts to
You're a
reverberate
hero, Socks.
around living with women, it's gonna become toxic. You're only gonna get heat from your person. I don't care what nobody thinks. I don't care if the top celebrity in the world, if you're still female, a bunch of females, you're bringing more toxicity into your life. I don't care who you are, how rich you are, how much status
Distress
you have.
cheaping. Urgent.
The more women you deal with, the more toxic energy you're gonna bring to your life. Are there some non-toxic women out there? Yes. Are there some less stressful women out there? Yes.
Cheap, cheap.
But yeah, these are the haystack. And every one you get with is from time to time is gonna raise your damn blood pressure. One way, whether it's checking her or asking shit there or all type of little bullshit they do. I decided that I didn't want to revolve my life around female validation for it. That's the same reason why I say y'all got to make You're never going to be happy if your life revolves around female validation. Say, hey, what are I?
Whoa, what's gotten into that
You
dog?
got 2 strands of hair around your balls. You know every fucking day. Well, I know. But I know. You do what you want to do. Go out there all night. All right. But if we talk about when you and we're gonna take it out. If we talking about having fun, life,
Bark, bark.
next time ain't no reason to call.
Socks? What's
So
wrong, boy?
I told guys that a lot of guys, some guys say it work good, some other
I
guys
think he's trying to show us something.
that will call me because some women would take their ass off where he didn't really that is and be like that. Y'all gotta understand it when I told y'all about what you call women.
Oh no,
That
the
is
poor babies.
predicated on you being on your purpose. See, if you're on your purpose, you're running Monday through Friday, off limits. Right off the bat. No fix Monday through Friday. No fix Friday. No fix.
Cheap,
Right?
cheap.
Your only date night is Saturday. Right? Because you gotta, some of you guys got homeboys or something. You really need to try to keep a day in there, like to keep the friendship so y'all don't go hard and have that. If not, then you do a second day. But typically, you got 20 minutes of grind and you working 60 hours a week plus,
Cheap,
typically,
cheap.
man, you probably gonna need that Sunday to recover and rest.
You're a hero,
Right?
Socks.
So you can, if you got the energy to do it, then do it. The point, my point of saying was, you still want to have multiple options. And so, if Monday through Friday is off limits, and you only got Saturday and Sunday to date women,
Distress cheaping,
you
urgent.
only have two options. Now that works well if the women are in your rotation and they make it to that point. But at the beginning stages of dating, if you're on your purpose, you want to try to put all your eggs into one or two women. Guys, I don't know about y'all guys, but y'all guys should know with women, you need a whole bunch of eggs. Because women have a whole bunch of eggs. Women have a whole goddamn forest of eggs. And so it's a very good chance that your eggs are dead. So if you're a guy that's on your purpose Monday through Friday, and you want to put all your hopes on a girl that you just met, I guarantee you would be stressed out a long time. You have to have a whole lot of places dealing with women. You just do. Because they simple, they have too many options. They tell a whole bunch of shit going on with women. So if you don't listen to me, but I'm going to girl on this Saturday and Monday through Friday is on limits. And next Saturday, you need to go out with another chick and then go out with this chick the following week or whatever the hell you go out with them. But to put all your eggs,
I think he's trying to show us something.
just to have my nasty little bitch. She just doesn't feel responsible. So you invest a month of your time hoping you can activate it and not even decide that egg is right. Now, if you got 7 days a week open, then there's no need to do that. But this is predicated on Monday through Friday being off limits. So you wait a week when you first start, if you're on your purpose in your grind, because you don't want to put all your eggs into one sack. Because women are that filthy to do it. All right, guys? Now, that was something that I used to, right? And
you're a hero,
the reason why some of you guys still do that and not do it, because this is more of an ego thing, right here, what I'm going to say now. But now I see this is negative. But I don't set a date. I now would wait for her to initiate contact with me. Now I'm saying right now, that is not a strategy you should use unless you have some loud way. Because I'm well aware that a lot of women are just initiate contact with you off of one date, even if you initiated contact with this person. Most women are just hardwired framed that the man do all the doing for the first one. I'm very well aware of that. And what I'm going to tell you is, I don't, I refuse, on ego alone,
Whoa,
for
what's
a
gotten
bitch
into that
that's
dog?
a fucking secretary making $13 an hour to defend that me, AMS, you always refer to her like she got this God Almighty. I refuse. You hear me? I refuse with a capital R. And it's greed, strategy, or just go back on how bad you. I refuse to sit up here and initiate contact with a bitch, sit back like she King Tut, waiting on me to initiate all this.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Why she sit back and wait on me to say, fuck that bullshit. So, the way we talk, not what I said, it's her evil. I refuse for a bitch to think I do all
No,
got
the poor babies.
No, not, and that's me my free Friday and Saturday night. That's true. I'll never, if I was to tell my truth, I'll tell them all. But these bitches don't even know the difference between showing interest and pursuit. There ain't nothing wrong with a fucking good morning. How's your day going text without me initiating. There ain't nothing wrong with saying, hey, how's your day going? So I refuse to do it anymore. You do what the hell you want to do, but I'm going to tell you right now, if you do that, you're going to lose. I don't give a damn. Eyes are going to be respected.
Cheap.
You're damn right. For all you guys,
You're a hero,
your
Socks.
purpose, busting your ass and get on your grind. What the fuck you look like starting a business, building a seven-figure business, and then go out here and do all this sort of a goddamn secretary or a goddamn paralegal? You know, fuck your motherfucking head. Like, listen, if I was pursuing, and I know she's married now, Rihanna or
Distress
Beyonce
chief, urgent.
or who else? It was can't think about it. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
Cheap.
Do you like that? You know what I mean? Okay, all right. You know, annihilation. You know, that's one of my problems is.
Bark.
Bitch, you got to have a secretary, a temp, and that. You don't even got to have a thing. You ain't getting no probationary period. They don't even give you phone when you say it. And I'm supposed to do all this
What's gotten
pursuing,
into that dog?
all the initiation. Get the fuck out of here. You don't even got a parking spot. They don't even got you a permanent time card. They got you a little cardboard thing for sale. What the fuck? Man, you'll bump your motherfucking head. So like I tell you guys, that girl won't cost you with me to do that. I'll be done that.
Bark.
I really don't give a fuck.
Socks?
You know, it's kind of like y'all see how the
Mine
billionaires go to the casino and they spend $100,000 a
I
year.
think he's trying to show us something.
That's because they got billions. That's why they do that. So, y'all just be saying, "Hey, I got rid of my ass on that." And I'm just like, fuck. That's how I'm gonna say this. I'm just fuck.
Oh no, the poor
All right.
babies.
Yes, guys, setting boundaries. Most women do not like you setting boundaries. Most women don't mind you what it, they want a man that catch them when they get out of line. But most women don't like setting boundaries. And when I say boundaries, male friends, not answering her phone around you. Whatever your boundaries is, whatever you feel like the boundaries is, most women don't like that. Most women don't classify it. And mainly because they want to do all their fuckery and shit like that. And they want to keep all their borders and all this other shit so they can feel validated, feel cute,
You're a
you
hero,
know,
Socks.
all that bullshit. So they don't want you setting boundaries. They don't mind you when they do something out of pocket, you check them, but they don't like to set boundaries. No, they don't like that. No, it's kind of like you get bruised. Yeah, they don't want you telling them that they can wear a two-piece thong bikini on Instagram.
Distress
No,
urgent.
no. Most of them will be able to be secure in your manhood. And I keep you every night. You should know that. You should know you can trust me. I do trust you. But like what I told you guys,
Bark.
this ain't about insecurity, it's about trust, this is about faith. So women want to be able to get on with it. And I'm talking about your girlfriend now. You can't be the day consistently or wife, whatever. Women want to be able to get their ass on Instagram, put their butt cheeks all out, and you supposed to be cool. You're a manhood. Fuck that bullshit. She want to be able to go out with her male co-workers, and you are cool with that. But you're a manhood. And you don't keep on this shit every night.
Bark.
And to have things that's just respectable in a
Socks?
relationship.
What's wrong, boy?
Whine whimper.
So I'm gonna tell you right now,
I think he's trying to show us something.
like y'all guys support the same boundaries, so it's gonna cost you women. It's gonna cost you women. You think you're gonna get into this woman? You can't do this on social media. She can't do that on social media. She can't have this type of friend, that type of friend.
I know,
She
the
can't
poor babies.
go on the girl trip. You got them sitting naked. And you think someone gonna like, oh, yeah, I'm just saying, you say those boundaries. Some will say, yeah, right then. And then they gonna renege on you. They are like, yeah, okay, down there. And then what? 3 months later, I'm like, I just don't see. You gotta trust me. They about to trust me. Stop. And make sure she knows that. Make sure. You wait. You don't set no boundaries, and you try to do it later. She gonna say you insecure.
Cheap.
You can't play with the big boy. But about to say, I ain't even
You're
worried
a
about
hero,
this.
Socks.
Y'all got to really think of some dude who in her DMs on Instagram. I'm telling him I'm a fan. It's about respect for me. That guy holding frame. You think right now, guys, holding frame, some women gonna think you bored. But what I'm telling you right now is holding frame is not about
Urgent.
getting the most chick. Holding frame is to keep a bitch from going with you. Holding frame is about to keep a bitch from testing you. Who y'all guys play with? Do you play with somebody who hold frame, hold a solid master frame? Who do you pick? Most of us not got a wolf mentality where we walk around bullying people. But we do spend time to like say a little sarcastic joke from time to time. You don't do that with the master frame motherfucker. You don't even play like that. You don't do that more with somebody who got more like a feminine frame, a more playful frame. You ain't gonna do that little sarcastic, underhanded jab with somebody's full master frame. You don't want to get your ass for it. And then that's how women are. You don't want to test somebody who's gonna feel all stoic and shit. You know, you all to somebody you kind of got this voices and all this other type of shit. So yes, I'm gonna tell you right now, if you hold down, let's be fair. Some of you motherfuckers are.
I think he's trying to show us something.
It's all big. Some of you motherfuckers are going to be goddamn days. Like goddamn plenty of in the good, the bad, and the ugly. You didn't show out in the head when the camera was zooming around and showing all those eyes. Some of you motherfuckers are going to be goddamn shit I wish it was some type of way that I could just pop up in the middle of one of these days when one of you motherfuckers hold it at the frame, too goddamn hard, and I just kick you dead off of your ass and say, loosen your ass up.
Cheap, cheap.
Just get that damn look off your face. Just get the damn ass. Get that damn stupid ass look off your face. Still looking like a goddamn crazy man. I wish it was some type of way that I could just come out of the damn sofa, kick in the ball, and kick you dead off of your ass, but sit up there on the table looking like this.
Cheap, cheap.
Somebody you hold on, massive friend. Beat
You're
your
a
ass.
hero, Socks.
Next is afraid about being productive, cool, you're talking, not about sitting there looking like a fucking psychopath. So, if you're doing that, then I can understand. Some women don't even look stupid. They go, God, you're so
Distress chiefing urgent.
like they out the girl. I'm gonna tell you right now. You ever out the girl, you try to get your
Cheap,
friend on?
cheap.
Friend zone. You friend zone. Just get up right there and walk away from the table. Don't even say nothing else to her. If she try to give you a fist bump, like y'all just sitting there having a good time and you say something funny, and she try to give you a fist bump, just say, you know, don't pay the bills and just walk out. Same thing, and walk out. Because you already. Next guy, walking away from disrespectful
What's
women.
gotten into that dog?
Say nothing about it.
Bark, bark,
But it's
bark.
going to give you some relief. You bring it over to the girl and say, hey, I'm going right now. Some of y'all walk through the door, I got straight. And she going to call you back. Oh, dreaming all on the business, you going to make up such a thing?
Bark, bark.
2 weeks. Uh-oh.
Socks? What's wrong?
3 weeks.
Whine whimper.
If you email. And then,
I think he's trying to show us something.
my girl ain't talking to me. You gotta stay on the contact. Like that, like shit come back. 4 weeks. Oh, now you want to come 6 weeks. Talking about you want those kids home.
Oh no, the poor babies.
Pay right now. Did you see that walking your ass away? Thinking that every girl can come back and fuck off? Oh, yeah. You gonna be sucking your own dick. And what I'm telling you is you're better off sucking your own dick than being with a disrespectful woman. Because being with a disrespectful woman, the emasculation
Cheap,
every
cheap.
you won't even have a dick. You won't have a fucking vagina. So you better off sucking your own dick. You're better off being single in a fucking cage with a bear in a whip, in a tie, than to be with a woman who don't. And they got no saying about that in the Bible. Somehow it's better to be alone than be with something.
Cheap, cheap.
Something. I know one of you dirty Bible motherfuckers put in the comments.
You're a hero,
Put in the
Socks.
comments. I got it out here. Fuck that. Just get on my damn. But it's something about that in the Bible. And I'm here to tell you that to be true. I am here to tell you that to be true. Okay, guys? So, you walk away from the woman,
Distress
just understand.
chiefing urgent.
If you come back and talk all about it, or it's 50, you might not never get to that motherfucker. You just put it depends on her attraction level when you left.
Cheap,
And,
cheap.
her attraction level, her options, and how good the lifestyle was of society. It's really going to be dictated off of that guy.
Bark, bark.
All right? Last guy, never apologize. I am sitting here telling you now, never apologize to a woman because you give them the power and the relationship flip.
Whoa, what's gotten into
The only time it's good to apologize,
Bark, bark.
because I tell you, y'all, it's just like a business, right? It's kind of like a business. You know how they make companies. They had to go in and they had to make it, right? Like, okay, all right, you do that, well, we got to right. Never apologize, and the amendment that you
Bark,
know
bark.
you did something terribly wrong, right? So I told y'all
What's
guys
wrong,
about a
boy?
year ago,
Whine whimper.
she made she them things
I think he's trying to show us something.
carrying on and stuff like that. And I apologize because it was uncalled for, but I had to make some drink and that don't excuse it. And so I had to apologize because it's all getting disrespectful. It was just me.
Oh no, the poor
People
babies.
got to understand it. You know, that's the situation. Yeah, apologize. If it's a situation, like I had a guy who sent me an email not too long ago, and he was saying the girl go after the Holy First, and he was like, I don't feel comfortable holding the first, and then she felt a certain type of way the rest of the night, and so then he said he apologized, but he said that it rubbed her the wrong way. See, that's a problem because you're not wrong telling her you don't feel comfortable holding the first. So that's the way you're not going to apologize. You only should apologize if you know you was an asshole. You know, like the girl did nothing, and you like the girl did nothing. And
You're a hero,
maybe you had
Socks.
drink, maybe you had his phone, maybe you had got your tennis balls up in there. I don't fucking know, whatever reason you just moved to day and you just took out the girl or whatever, and you just a stickhead for no reason. Yes, you should apologize. But when you're and you're conveying your
Distress
boundaries
cheaping,
and
urgent.
number one, you don't hold that person is telling her a boundary, and you don't respect that boundary, and then you ain't going to. So if you tell your girl, hey, you know that picture you took on Instagram where you got your ass all back to the camera and stuff like that, with the little tight up on the show with your ass. Yeah, I ain't like that. And then if she gets mad and tell her respect for your girl, and the next day you think she'll feel about the father, only apologize when you know you've been an asshole. A good rule of thumb is if you have to ask, you probably wasn't an asshole. Because you'll know when you're an asshole. You know you're an asshole. I apologize to anybody when I talk to an asshole. I apologize quick. You know when you did, you know, sometimes alcohol brings it out, makes it more tasty, whatever. But y'all got you know what you're an asshole. But other than that, never apologize. Now, never apologize.
Socks. What's wrong, boy? Whine whimper.
He still has his knowledge, right?
I think he's trying to show us something.
He said that he wanted to go to get right thing. That's how he wants to. See, when you do stuff like that, he could feel it.
Oh no, the poor
He
babies.
can feel the that's why you can't do it. That's why you can't do it. He said, when he gets girl back, because he apologized. But he can just feel the dynamic in a relationship, feel like she has power now. And that's exactly the problem. So here's what happens. Now you're powerless to set boundaries with your girl because now she knows all she has to do is act upset or you hold over to have her way. And that's why when you set boundaries. And an asshole, yes, when you set boundaries. And that's when most men apologize. Most men don't apologize for the
You're a
asshole,
hero,
right?
Socks.
And that's simply not the issue. Typically, men apologize when they set a boundary with a woman and she feels a way about it, and she gives not the complete silent treatment, but it's like a little frosty in it, right? It ain't a blizzard. Blizzard, it's like a little
Distress
snowy
cheaping, urgent.
and a man will go apologize because he wants the sun to come back out. He wants this motherfucker to get back to room temperature. Because he it ain't a blizzard. It ain't below zero. But it's like 32 degrees. It was 75 right now. the sky. And so
Bark,
that's
bark.
why she doesn't apologize. Now explain this to me, guys. How does he feel about he got his girl? Congratulations. Hey, he got his girl. Hooray! Ain't that great? He has the girl, but she has the power.
Whoa,
Oh.
what's gotten into that dog?
Now he can't set boundaries. Now when she does something and he feels that is disrespectful, like disrespectful to his, that's just, you don't want to be with
Bark, bark.
what I'm telling you, you don't want to be with this type of woman now. Where
What's wrong, boy? Blind whimper.
She's really looking at all of that.
I think he's trying to show us something.
You just build up, you build up, because now she knows how to handle that. Because you can't take care of what you do that.
Oh no, the poor babies.
All right, guys, I hope you guys are I'll be ready to the NFL season is
Cheap,
going
cheap.
strong. And DraftKings two cups to love with offers that even stronger. Bet $5 on any game this week for $200 instantly. With offers. And DraftKings there. Also, these are offers every game is on. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app now and use code Shannon. New customers get over $200 instantly in bonus bets.
Cheap, cheap.
That's code Shannon.
You're a hero, Socks.
And the biggest sports betting partner of the NFL. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining us again on Nightcap. Old show, this is a big night for us because we have our own channel now. We no longer under Club Chase channel. We got our own channel, so we like together. We are moving on up.
Distress cheaping, urgent.
Kevin Sharp, he's the favorite number 85. He says he's the greatest drop runner. He's the best down again at another day. Ocho, let's get right into it. The 49ers do a demolition job on your Cowboys. 14 to 24, 159 yards, 153 yards, one touchdown, three picks. The Cowboys finished 202 yards. Go out there.
I have a question. I want the question back to you.
Yes.
Is this a testament to how great the 49ers defense is, or how bad the Cowboys?
Whoa, what's gotten into that
Which
dog?
way is it for you?
No. Because I've been telling you all along. I've been telling you what happened to the Cowboys offense with the defense and the offense at this point. And the like the special teams and the offense is not the ball. What happened? We've seen them play. Oh, that was 4 people. We've seen them play. 3 NFL offenses.
Bark.
The Giants, the Patriots, and the Jets. And they look like the 85
Socks?
Bears.
What's wrong,
We've
boy?
seen them
Blind
play
whimper.
2 seasons. And both teams got over 20 points.
I think
And
he's
they
trying
blew
to
them
show
out.
us something.
The Cardinals blew them out. The Cardinals blew them out. The 49ers did a demolition job. I've heard all the Cowboys pass rush. There's no one in pass rush.
Oh no, the poor babies.
Really? Did anybody touch Purdy other than the coin toss at the beginning of the game? Did anybody touch him?
This is not fair. Is it a true test to the Cowboys on how good the Cowboys offense can be when they're playing one of, if not the best defense in the NFL?
Cheap.
Just curious. Can you do that? Can you say that?
Yeah. But if you are what you say you are, what you want to do, the best got to be the best. But I want to see how tonight, how great I want to see the 49ers. The 49ers, they want to see how like going against that historically great Cowboys offense. They got people that can run it with Pollard, Ferguson, they got Cooper, they got Michael Captain, and that great offensive line who they haven't played together since they drafted Alex Smith
You're a
in the
hero,
first
Socks.
round. They're going to be playing together.
And what happened? Oh, no, again. You know what? I said, now what kind of forward? The 49ers said, we ain't going to let the ass. How about that? We ain't going to let the wrong ass win the red ball.
49ers defense is amazing. It's phenomenal. From the interior
Distress cheaping
the
urgent.
linebacker to the secondary, they not allow nothing, anything. You can't throw the ball.
Cheap, cheap.
It says I would try to well I never feel nothing wrong with the 49 defense. I just felt like offensively that the Cowboys would be able to show up regardless of who they
Bark,
play
bark.
tonight. It definitely is.
If you get the Giants and the Patriots, when they don't get 14, 21 points on 6 and scooping scores, when their special teams aren't giving them short teams,
Whoa,
when they
what's
have
gotten
to
into
drive
that
the
dog?
ball, and the Cardinals don't have great defense,
Bark, bark,
but
bark.
when you have to, you can force that to make every throw, every possession, every down pass. How did he look tonight? How did he look against the Cards?
Yeah, they call him Bob. Look at that.
How many play coaches you gonna fire? You got rid of Jason Garrett. You got rid of Kellen Moore. Now you're on your borrowing. So at what point?
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine whimper.
NFL receivers receiving like
I think he's trying to show us something.
15. I don't know, not locked up. I saw not locked up. I saw Cowboys come out of 49.
Oh no, the poor babies.
Like they have to do this offensive it's not getting something necessary to give your offense team a chance to win the game, or at least keep in the game.
War and more outbreak. You could come out of the house. You know good well when you don't operate, you can't come out of the house and get the problem. Before you
Cheap.
get out of the house.
They were bracketing. So that's where the creativity comes into play. Understanding what they're gonna do, what they're gonna do for your best player. Nothing not gonna do. They play man to let them turn it down.
I saw Ward had
So
some
you know what I want to play. So I know that you can tell what I want to play. I know the play you talk about.
How many plays did he make? How many plays did he make?
Cheap.
Oh, if you get 40,
You're a hero,
40,
Socks.
ain't nobody make nothing. Ain't nobody make run, ain't nobody make nothing. They say,
From board, offensively, they play well defensively. So who do you think the problem is? I would love to hear from you. Who do you think the problem is?
I think the problem is not.
Distress cheaping urgent.
There's a argument inside of what that is. You make that anything, you're fooling yourself. Like, 'cause what did you see?
Cheap.
What did you see? I mean, what did your eyes see? You have a guy that don't want to do that. Eyes tell you. Your eyes tell you that that's an average quarterback. That's what I tell you. But why would you believe what your eyes tell you?
Then you get average quarterback.
Yeah, average.
Cowboys in the playoffs last year? Were the Cowboys? Wait a minute. Were the Cowboys in the playoffs the year before that?
Bark.
So yeah, the average quarterback is getting his team and giving his team a chance at contention for a Lombardi trophy. For the average.
Yeah. Because nobody has drafted more growth players in the last decade. So they have a this happen. Go to the Hall of Fame. Just like guards in the past. They got Michael Parsons. They did a tremendous job. C.D. Lamb. Those are drafted players.
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine whimper.
But at the end of the day, you said
I think he's trying to show us something.
they played the team last. They played the team the year before. That's some people that didn't have television. They didn't watch the game. Tell them what happened. What's that do? It's a situation like this. What does
Oh
that
no, the poor babies.
And interception.
Now, a guy lost his job. Kevin Moore lost his job. The offensive coordinator. If you look at the Cowboys offense and you up on the play callers, they were 1 or 2 in the entire league on
Cheap,
last
cheap.
4 years. He lost his job because Dak kept turning the ball over in big games and in playoffs. Now, you're a big game again. We'll be right back.
This is it's a big game that matters, but it's not. It's not what we need to do, what they need to do. Going back to the drawing board, so this doesn't happen later on in the season. Because they're going to be in contention. They're going to be in the playoff again. They're going to meet each other
Cheap,
again.
cheap.
And when they do meet each other again, they don't want the same thing that happened tonight.
You're a hero, Socks.
But, okay, you say the Cowboys need to make the necessary corrections. Okay? In that playoff time, you've seen that in the playoffs. He's never gotten the team past the division round. He's never won more than one cup in the regular season. And normally when they lose the game, why do they do the repeat?
Distress cheaping,
Can
urgent.
you say Dak has played well with exception? And even in the Green Bay game, his first as a rookie, outside the game, can you say, you know what, man?
Cheap,
The
cheap.
Cowboys defense let them down. Or can you go back and say, man, that's what he did? Or the offense did do this. But remember last year, they held the 49ers to 20 points. And the Cowboys scored 20.
Bark, bark.
Last year, and the Cowboys scored what, 16? So keep hearing about this. Just the way I measure greatness on the offense. Can you go get done what you need to get done? You absolutely have to get it done. If you're a great
What's gotten into
on
that?
third down, can you go get them off the field?
Bark,
If
bark, bark.
it's third down, can you go get first down to make sure their offense don't get back on the field? Or you circulate the ball down the field, you go running and get that down. That's the side of greatness. See, you scored 100. Nothing. Because I need to get to like 25. Oh, okay. Now, what have you seen 5 days this year? When the Cowboys need
You want everything for the Cowboys this season to be the defense.
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Wine whimper.
Yelling them out. Offensively, they hadn't really been
I think he's trying to show us something.
I'm with you. You're right. That's the thing about it. I'm not going to argue or fight with you about what I can see because I see the eye test. I'm an eye test. Okay, I got better. I can see what. But it's early in the season.
Oh no, the poor babies.
We got a long way to go. The regular season will always go well for the Cowboys. How do we fix the mistakes? I keep telling you. How do they fix the mistakes so when you get to the postseason, you don't end up with the same result as always? The quarterback play from Dak is phenomenal on an interception standpoint. That perspective, he's fixed that issue this year after tonight. Now tonight it was very important. You have it behind and you put yourself in position to throw the ball. You have to throw the ball.
What was the other game that you threw in the 70?
There was only one. Walk over. There was only one. Yeah, there was only one.
Arizona. And why do you go to
Cheap,
that?
cheap.
Yeah.
Right.
You're a hero, Socks.
Down matter. Good roll.
You know what you do? It's easier defensively when the team is behind you than that with the ball. All you have to do is play back. You just put that umbrella, keep it at home, keep everything in front of you. That's what makes it so much easier when you have to play behind.
How much easier to play quarterback when you get
Distress cheaping, urgent.
Once you got that short field, you would think it's much easier to put up points.
Oh, you make them. So
Cheap,
go back and look at what they did with the Cowboys defense against the Giants. Go back and look at what they did with the Patriots. Go back and look at what they did against the Jets. Now, all of a sudden, when you couldn't get the Patriots and they couldn't get the
Bark, bark.
Look at what they did against Arizona. Look at what they did against now, this one. If that's your best, because the guy has asked him about 49 last, and that he was pissed off. You tried to piss me off. Last season, they're going to the playoffs 19 and 12. The Cowboys defense did was 19 and today, the year, they gave up 43. Now, I don't know about you, but it's going in the wrong direction.
You know that. And some scores that you see on the game, the season, they don't go back in the season. Well, especially posting the time, the game would be much closer. You're not blowing nobody out. Go for it and got
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Wine whimpered.
That last 3 games against the 49ers, he got 3 touchdowns.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Can you win with those?
Can't understand this. We want to take it away the greatness with the 49ers. 14
Oh no, the poor babies.
Oh, and we said the Cowboys were great. I said, hey, I said the Cowboys were good. I said the Cowboys were a good team that would be in contention. This is their American team. Their brand sells itself. Jerry sells the brand of American team and then being great itself. I don't know.
Cheap.
How about this? Let's talk about some of the 49ers. Because what they're able Dallas Tanner, he does so much what I use. How many fullbacks are they going to run a Texas route with? He's going the ball to his fullback. He's putting McCaffrey. It's so far because you got to defend every blade of grass because Brock Purdy is not
You're a hero,
not afraid to throw the ball to anybody that else to go. And when you got 671, I would never put Michael Clark. I would never put him in my best pass rusher on 3 wings because you know about it. He's the because I can stop. I can go rip all day. I can go rip all day.
Distress cheaping. Urgent.
It's over. So you waste your best pass rusher trying to go against him. Look, I understand that you got to get Michael on the blind side. But you do understand I got a 10-time Pro Bowl that protected the blind side. So that's not the blind side of the movie. That's the real protector back here. He's a real deal. But the 49ers can run it, you can throw it, you can raise front of the catch, Kittle had an outstanding game. Debo was the safety. McCaffrey, he ain't got the ball in the end zone. He coughed it up, he could keep himself. Because that game was about to get out of hand. He was really about to get out of hand. But it was about to get out of hand.
I think it's almost unfair. When I thought about it, watching the team, and I felt bad for Andy. No, seriously. When I thought about it, almost fair that 49 got constructed. And I know in basketball terms, the Warriors. The Warriors, they had Steph and they had Clay. It's like his shooters all over. Then you have someone like Shanahan with the great team that he has.
What's wrong, boy? Wine whimper.
And he able to put the ball.
I think he's trying to show us something.
I don't have to worry about him throwing interceptions. He's open, he's old, going to get the ball, coming out on all those hammer routes, right in, everything is working. And the funny thing about it is when the character is hitting, and he's on fire,
oh no, the poor babies.
That's not easy. So it's like, how do you stop that? Who has the personnel in the NFL to stop that? That can stop the run, that can stop the screen play, the smoke route, and be able to defend the short, intermediate, and long balls.
Yeah. Well, you got to pressure on Purdy. You got to put it in a situation where you have to play. Because if you notice, they see everything. And as long as you allow Calvin to get things, you got to go through the flag. Calvin knows that he can win. So he knows what he likes to run. He knows what he likes to do. And he got the first nail. He has one offensive line that is neutralized. So now we can take out
cheap.
Play out. We can take out tight end, chip and play out. And so
you're a hero,
Sauce. But they did an outstanding job with the pass rush protected version. But if you look at Cornell, over the way he throws the ball, when that receiver outside ball again, he's going to run a diagonal or he's going to run in. Yeah, that ball. So by the time he gets to the middle, he hit the end. I think that he probably I know exactly.
Distress cheaping, urgent.
Right off the line back again.
Yeah. I mean, this was a play last night. I mean, tonight, Broadway, 24, 52, 4 touchdowns, 9 touchdowns this season, 9.3 yards.
Bark.
I know he doesn't have some gaudy numbers like, but he has been the MVP discussion.
You know, he doesn't have the guy numbers like Tua because he doesn't have the type of personnel that Tua had to work with. Like they got a 4x1 team out here in Miami. They have a 4x1 team out here in the Bay Area. What they have is a bunch of dudes that put an instruction hat and they come to work and they gonna chip you to death all the way down the field. All the way to the field. Home, hammering to get the job done. Out in Miami, they
I bet the Dolphins win 49. I bet the Dolphins win 49. That's a great matchup. And a great matchup.
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Wine whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
I have a question. Is he the coach of the BBC? Chris Knott from Small Colors?
Oh no, the poor
Is
babies.
that a fair assessment? You don't like her?
Yes, yes. Yeah, there have been very few running backs that you go back and say, you know what, he's a threat. He really is. I mean, most of the dudes got 130, 140 yards on 10 carries. That's college. That's high school. You don't do that in the NFL. Remember, he goes for 203 on like less than 20 carries against the Bengals. He has 7, 8 carries against the Buffalo. So he put together the 100-yard game. 40 carries and they got over 400 yards. Yeah. That's crazy. And then you got Reed out there, and you got Waddle, and you got Barrio, and you got the Titans. I mean, they're loaded, but it's going to be a great matchup.
You're a hero, Socks.
49ers. I've had the 49ers number one on my power ranking. They did nothing to do before because they say I don't lose them that one.
And your power ranking for NFC teams, you mean?
Hey, overall.
Over the Chiefs. How do they beat the Chiefs like that? I'm just curious. Yeah.
Distress cheaping. Urgent.
All over. You think right now, the Chiefs are better.
Okay, right now. I think the Chiefs are not better than the 49ers right now. And how did you leapfrog the 49ers over the Eagles?
Bark.
I'm watching these teams.
Right.
I'm watching everybody play. Now you watch them. I don't understand the Eagles are 5-0.
Yeah. Talk to me now.
5-0 against the 49ers. Yes, I do. Because what is the idea? That's what at the end of the day, you play each other. But right now,
Okay, I can still do that. The 49ers are a great football team. And then when you look at the Eagles are a great football team. What do we could Eagles play the personnel that the Eagles have, I think will be better suited to play the 49ers than any other team in the NFL.
Bark.
Any other team, the personnel they have, especially that.
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Wine
oh,
whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Because you go on D-line, you can you got all the selection you go those guys, Brandon Graham. That would be a great match. Let's turn to the game. Chiefs Dolphins.
Oh no, the poor babies.
Let's start with the Chiefs first. Look like Travis Kelce was more than maybe injury. I thought it was something really serious because he got the way he's playing and he just gave himself up. So I'm like, he's like, man. But they win Mahomes 31 or 41, 281, 2 touchdowns. What was the big takeaway?
That game is you have somebody, you have arguably the best player in their position. It makes everyone else's job so much easier, regardless of the circumstance, regardless of what's going on, regardless of who goes out and comes in. He reminds me of that piece that they had to win at one point. He played there for 20 years. Like no matter who comes in,
You're a
there's
hero,
one piece
Socks.
that will always remain the same. It will always give you a chance at it. And that was Patrick Mahomes. And he showed that again today.
When you have that guy, I'm the guy, John, my John Hill was my quarterback. When you have that guy, even from a defensive standpoint, you know
Distress cheaping urgent.
we got a chance. All we do is get a stop. We score, we get another stop, give the ball back to seven. That's what Brady did. Brady would play bad and but he needed to try. In order to get the team a win,
Bark, bark.
It's a pressure situation, and for some reason, quarterbacks like Mahomes, Brady, Elway, Brett Favre, Aaron Rodgers, it's a small select few that always rise to the occasion and what we would consider, and you as a former athlete, pressure situations. And I think that's a bad thing
What's gotten
for
into that?
other quarterbacks and other teams because you hold to such a high standard that you expect that type of play consistently out there, like the great. And that's really not the makeup and the landscape of everybody. And at times I think it's not fair. Not fair.
they're going to be glad on what they did. Can you imagine if he had a year one?
Yeah,
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Oh no, the poor babies.
3308, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. Kyrie, 9 for 81, another touchdown. What do you like about the number? What do you like about it?
being able to keep up with it, that's all. On that, what happened against the Bills?
Cheap.
That wasn't good. Again, I just talked. We were just talking about I see. You're playing that knows your tendencies, that has the personnel to stop them. You're not playing good. I think what we saw with the Dolphins, they will be
Cheap.
in that manner against any and everybody else they play. That is
You're a
not part of
hero, Socks.
any and everybody. Everybody outside of the Bills and Donovan just having to stop them. And
I don't think you lose up here in the offense.
he doesn't have to stop them. So, and that
Distress cheaping urgent.
pass on third down, main movement. What do you do? How do you stop that?
Cheap.
Yeah, I mean, this game was really bad.
Yeah.
Because the Giants, with their first, the Giants have yet to score 5 weeks of offensive touchdowns in the first half. They got
Bark.
this year in the first half on 100 yards. I talked to them and you can take this out of the 1, 2, 3, 5, I don't think Daniel Jones is a very good quarterback. But if offensive line is up to the offense that he is a quarterback, and now you got a bad thing. I said this $20 million I mean, I watched the game very closely. OG. That
I tweeted out. I tweeted out. Oh my goodness, they're gonna get Daniel Jones first. And right after my tweet, everybody said, "Yeah, oh, Daniel Jones just went out."
Bark.
And when he got to get
Socks? What's wrong, boy?
so long.
Whine whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Like what you said, they were using week 5, and the Giants have a lot of running backs. So let's go. Okay, we're going to do that season. You're going to 15 days that night. You tell me what quarterback. They're going to have
Oh no, the poor babies.
Quarterback go there. You think a quarterback can take that many hits? I'm saying sack. I'm not saying how many hits. I'm saying the Giants have allowed 30 sacks. So how many hits have they allowed? I think you know what, bro. Like I said, I feel bad for them.
Because that's what they're paying for.
How about maybe he's not that bad? It takes one to actually at its highest level because of that. I'm just asking.
But when you
saying,
see,
I'm not taking up for him. I'm just
that
asking.
might be that might be the case. But I think what you should do is find out what Minnesota Vikings favorite
Cheap.
tier is and do things funny because he got paid what he did in that playoff.
You're a
game.
hero,
That got
Socks.
it paid. That's what got it paid. One game, they did all up until that point and said, you know what, this is trash rules for. So what you think is like I'm working $40 million, but I literally not getting good. And I wonder why I got
Distress cheating, urgent.
investors and crack performance. Man, that offensive line is terrible. Terrible.
Jeep.
It's unfortunate. Very unfortunate, especially today. Today is showing, especially after every deal came out and said what he said. They have a day like
Bark.
the quarterback goes out, get the game, the injury. Like pride alone, pride in yourself should have you blocking anything trying to get the answer.
The Giants offensive
What's
line
gotten
should
into
be
that
tough.
dog?
They should go get a few calls. We're not going to talk.
Bark.
I mean, y'all get they hit that man in the bottom. They hit it, like you said, they hit it inside the head, they hit it to the back, they hit it to the leg, they hit it to the side. The only thing they get hit with the bottom was
Tyrod Taylor came and he tried to do what he could. He tried to move the ball, tried to move it efficiently.
Bark. Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
they're not going out with football like you got to fight with loud. Making that noise, I don't know how you something you weird. They're really in the street. I'm going to say, Tyrod. Let's get to you, team.
Oh no, the poor babies.
317, 3 touchdowns. Mark Spain, 3 touchdowns coming in week. He had set a big record. 15 catches, 192, 3 touchdowns. Last week, far by far.
Go ahead and say it.
What about we? He said, what do you think?
I'm always open. I'm always fucking open. And he made every word.
Every word. And Joe was before, and he did a great job of staying open. And the Bengals needed this. They needed a game to like, okay, this is us. This is the way we're supposed to play. This is the way Joey B is supposed to do it. This is the way
Cheap.
because here's the thing. Remember,
You're a hero, Socks.
Okay. But boy, he was uniform in the spot. And so now he's known, bro, I got to be what my jersey number says. Receiver number 1, I got to be here for reason. Because I ain't got my brother on the other side that I just be.
Distress cheating, urgent.
Anytime Joey, if you see one guy on me, throw it. If you see 2 guys on me, throw it. If you see 3 guys on me, and it's one to 2 of them, throw it.
What you saw today, I like the great picture out of that they were doing offensive thing.
Bark.
Making that there were 2 times they tried to punt, and it didn't work on that third touchdown back to the end zone. They tried to practice, but the play still right. Joey had the question over here. They were finding them late. Yeah, the other plays, I don't know. I didn't want to quit. No, it wasn't important. It's safe to say.
Whoa,
That's
what's
the whole
gotten into
problem.
that dog?
Yeah, I'm like, bro,
Bark.
you're really going hard.
Chase is just that thing.
The front side, say, watch, no fever. Bro,
Like, he was covered. I'm not sure why he even dropped down and even tried to cover that. That's called overcoaching.
Bark. Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Buffalo 15 yards on 10 here. Big move. Okay. Is that what's that? Bad field?
Oh no, the poor babies.
They are holding on offense well. Calvin have an ATN. You know what Trayvon can do, but
They can clear the current evidence. They got Jones, they got Zay Jones, they got Kevin Ingram. They got some, they've done a great job. The Dougie team have done a great job of surrounding Trevor with nice pieces of Calvin on that big first down. He runs the goal out from the slot. And my friend was always wanted to see if we need to know on the side to me. If you in press coverage, you cannot open the door. Flies will come in your house. So if you're in a press position, either press. If you're not going to press, you back your butt up. Because what did he do? He opened the door, flies came in his house, 39 yards later, she really helped her.
I always say that. I do myself. On press, you got to get your hands on it, or at least try. Do something. Don't get up there and get pretty, because you're not going to be able to shout nobody from up that close. Challenge you.
That's my thing. Why what you're doing is that you get in a press position and you open
Distress cheaping, urgent.
already even with you. At least if you were back, he would have to step in and jump with you. So just think about what you've done now. You're in a going towards that move. You're gonna have to turn and open your heel. It's not very many DBs in the history of the game. They're gonna maybe turn.
Bark, bark.
That can turn over the heel. Yeah, because why? But most of the time, yeah, most of the time you're not gonna be able to do that. So if you're gonna get up there in that place, you gotta put your heels on that man.
I think the outcome of the game, I'm not sure, but it would have been different.
Whoa, what's
Because
gotten
the
into
Bills
this
were
dog?
able to ball, you got the stats running, you got the stats in the game. So, you have to establish running game. You can't establish a running game, it makes everything. And even what plays the ball, because, okay, we're not going to listen like that. It's not that you had all the head of fucking day.
Yeah. 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 You know what? I think that philosophy
Bark, bark.
is because now you flow the jag because you already run stuff and you can
Socks?
drop
What's
the
wrong,
pass.
boy? Whine whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Better because like you're going middle back. So now you got a guy that can turn right out the field and you don't have to do anything for it. And you got Malabo sitting at a multiple level. Now
Oh
he
no,
goes
the poor
down
babies.
for the season broken. I think it said maybe tibia and possible for ACL damage. We're hoping that's not the case, but it looks like he's done for the season. But you're right. Buffalo's going to have to find some resemblance of a run game. You just can't have Josh drop back and throw the ball or get the game and expect to win.
I mean, it's possible. It's possible, especially when they have offense. You can't be playing a team that's really, really good on defense. You have very, very good offense. You expect to win by not running the ball. That's not going to happen. Now, you playing the run goals, somebody like that, I understand that. And no disrespect to them. I'm just saying, based on what they've showed this year, there's certain teams get away with that. Right. I have to my game.
Cheap. You're a hero, Socks.
The reason why I say Buffalo can't do that is Josh. And the more times you ask him to put the ball in the air, the greater his chances are he's going to turn it over. So I would ask him to do that particular against the Memphis of running back. The Ravens and the Ravens Jackson called Parker with
Distress cheaping, urgent.
we're working with them.
What games? Like I told you, those are digital games. Those are digital games. Playing computer, it's always like that. It's dirty, it's grimy, nothing about it is pretty. And you get situations like that. In the fourth quarter, you need it most. At times, it's very difficult. You have someone that knows what you do, they know what you do well, they know how to counter everything that you are going to do, and they know how to stop it. Then you have the personnel in that AFC North. You have the personnel on how to deal with Lamar, how to
Whoa,
deal with the
what's gotten
how
into
to
that dog?
deal with the RPO. Jackson.
Bark, bark, bark.
That's just how those people. And it's always the games are always close. It's never on and it's never high. And the Browns, the Bengals, the Steelers. Every game they play is always like that. Very seldom is it a high scoring,
Bark, bark.
pretty game like we saw tonight with the Cowboys.
Socks. What's wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Right before this half, right before the half, just before the half, 27 minutes gone. Kick the field goal. Don't come out with a
Oh no, the poor babies.
If they go down the field in 16 seconds, if Kenny Pickett can take them down the field and get in field goal range, that's your defense. That's what your defense. You got to center snap the ball when you look over, and then you end up getting no points. They drop 5 passes. Everybody knows Nelson Aguilar, his nickname is 50-50. There's a 50% chance he catches. There's a 50% chance he drops. Okay, he got to go ball for a touchdown. He drops. That's enough. Go back and look. Go back and look. Go back and the Eagles. I'm not making this stuff up. He has more retriever than receiver. Retriever will pick up something that you throw out there and bring it back. He won't. A receiver will catch it. So he has more retriever. I'll bring it back. So you have to get around.
You're a hero, Socks.
Like, listen, we all drop off. We all drop off. But the one you drop with a magnified is very important guess that would have given them. You would have given us this point. Rashad Bateman also had an important drop in his
They had 5 drops. But Lamar you can't go to back shoulder and miss his side.
Urgent.
When you go to back shoulder, it's because the guy is inside. You cannot miss that bad, Lamar.
Jeep.
You got that third down. Okay, first case scenario, we got to come away with it. Forget, even if we don't score a touchdown, we keep in the touchdown with a turnover. We just can't.
Bark.
shit happens. You've been in that position before. Maybe not the playing quarterback to understand the mistakes that happen in situations like that. When you want to win, when you want to be precise, you want to put that ball on the back shoulder, on that upfield shoulder away from the DB. That it doesn't
Whoa,
right.
what's gotten into that dog?
Bark.
You got to do a good job of taking care of football. Yeah. Here's what the coaches always say. Look, they get paid too, but let's not exacerbate the situation. If a guy gets beat, if a guy misses a play, don't exacerbate it.
Bark.
Make sure I'm holding on to the ball.
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Tonic here today, one of the top affiliates in our abundance program have made $2 million. A bad month for me is like $30,000 a month in commission. I made like $1,700. Accident. I have no idea. I didn't realize I'd be the first in my family to do that. So many people see the success, but they don't see the story behind it. And that's why we have Tanya here today, one of the top affiliates in our abundance program. And we're going to go through everything because this is so important for you guys to understand that TikTok affiliates and the ones who are successful, the ones who are making life-changing money, people just like me and you, at the same exact beginning, just like everyone else. So first of all, Tanya, 2 questions. Number 1, how much have you made on TikTok shops today? And number 2, how much are you averaging right now in profit doing TikTok shops?
I've made today since starting TikTok shop probably
Cheap.
back to close to $1 million.
Okay.
That's even sounds
You're
a lot
a
for me
hero,
to say.
A lot of people know we would see $1 million in their lifetime.
Yeah, I don't think I'm at the million yet, but I'm very, very, very close.
And so what are you averaging each month in profit?
Anywhere from a bad month for me is like probably $30,000 a month in commission. and I've gone up to, I think my highest month was
Distress
98.
cheating. Urgent.
You're gonna have your 100K month so soon. It's here.
And so how long have you been doing TikTok Shop?
Jeep,
So I've been
Jeep.
doing TikTok Shop since the day it started. I didn't even realize I was doing it, but it started. So it's been, yeah. Wow. Look,
Okay, and so let's learn about who you were before
Bark,
TikTok
bark.
Shop. Because I know that, like, obviously TikTok Shop has opened up a lot of doors, a lot of opportunities.
yeah. So,
So literally, let's go back to where, like, your childhood.
okay.
You know, at the very start, we want to know more about Tanya. Who is Tanya?
Okay.
Tell us about Tanya, and then we're going to talk about all
What's
that.
gotten into that dog?
Okay. I grew up.
Bark, bark, bark.
Really, really small. I grew up lower middle class, but I didn't know classes. I didn't know everything. I just grew up like a regular kid. Like, probably late teens, I realized that we were like lower middle class. I was always pursued that my family to
Bark, bark.
make money and have kids.
Socks? What's wrong, boy?
Line
whimper.
I think he's trying to show us
That's your
something.
life. That's what you do. That's what I tried to do. Like, that's what I thought I was supposed to do, and that's what I tried to do. So I did that and ended up in a very bad abusive marriage, but got two of the most amazing kids out of my world. I went through a nasty divorce, and when I did, I realized that I had to figure out a way to do something for my kids. That number one, I could make money, I could have a career, and I could take care of them and not ever have to depend on anybody else. And that's when I went to nursing school, and I became a nurse, and I was a ER trauma nurse for 13 years. Like, that's where I went, and I was able to, like, provide for my kids a good life in my home and give them, like, a good, stable life. Which is all I ever wanted. Like, that was what I wanted. So I did that, and then I met my husband, my current husband.
We love Phil. We love
It was
Phil.
amazing. I met him when I was an ER nurse. I had only been an ER nurse for a short time. Met him, we fell in love, we got
Cheep,
married, we loved our kids, I love him. And I just went about being
You're
a
a
nurse.
hero,
And when our
Socks.
youngest son was military, I started a travel nurse. And I started making TikToks for travel nursing. I had been on like Instagram for a while doing content, and it just wasn't going anywhere. And I started making travel nurse content. So it's I gained it all.
And so, why did you choose, or why did you think of
Distress
making travel?
cheating. Urgent.
Because I was a travel nurse, it's what I needed, and it's what I was good at.
But even just being a content creator in the first place, like, when did you even have that idea that you
Jeep,
could create
Jeep.
content?
I have always shared a little bit on social media about, nursing and life and things. And when I first started as a travel nurse, it was people like me that were very experienced
Bark,
in it.
bark.
They would tell you and guide you how to do it. And we were traveling the country in an RV, my son and I, and our two dogs. That was new for us. So we started kind of giving information on that and giving a lot of travel nurse information. My husband works in healthcare too. So it just made sense to make
Whoa,
content
what's
about
gotten
that.
into that
So
dog?
we did that for a while. Just free to touch.
At that time where you were just making this travel nurse content, did you have an idea that you would make money from doing content one day?
No. I was just doing it because I didn't have that information when I started in travel nursing. That was not a thing. You didn't get that information. I never dreamed of it.
Bark, bark.
At all. Never thought.
Did you know it was possible?
No.
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Line whimper.
That's not me. Like, I'm just a nurse trying to get information.
I think he's trying to show us something.
So I did that on TikTok, and then you have heard me talk about my Korean mother-in-law. And she really did tell me one day that it was terrible, and then I need to do something about it. So I went on for on a trip in New York at Christmas, and we went into this little Korean hair store, and they helped me so much. And I started sharing that whole process on TikTok. It was new to me. Women my age wanted to learn about skincare as well. They wanted to learn about Korean skincare specifically. So I started making content on that, and just kind of went, and my following like really grew then. People were very interested. And I can remember one day I was making a video about a big filler. So Bridget's from a certain filler, and this thing talked about TikTok and it says, "Do you want a link to the big filler peptide?"
Wow.
When I finished, like when I was editing my video, it like popped up.
Wow.
And I was like, sure. And I just said yes. And I didn't know what it was. Like, I thought it was like,
Cheap.
tag stuff. So I thought it was just like tagging the product.
You're a
like,
hero,
so people would
Socks.
know what or something. And so I did that and went on. And I can remember on July the 4th of 2023, that video had, I think, 7 views. And I got a pop-up on TikTok that said, "You have money." And I clicked on it and there was thousands of dollars there. And that one day on July
Distress
4th,
cheating
I
urgent.
$1,700 by accident. I had no idea what it was. And so it was just shocking to me. And that was the start of my TikTok shop. Like, I just stumbled on it and started. Wow.
That's incredible. And you have like insane work ethic. Like when you started working with us, you did all your videos posted before I even woke up. So where did that come from? Like, did that come from your childhood?
Yeah, well, I mean, I think it came from after the divorce. Like, before that, I didn't really know a lot. Like, I didn't have what you would call a good work ethic. But after my divorce, I had to really, like, hustle. And after 10 years of being a nurse, I started nurse
Whoa,
practitioner.
what's
So
gotten
I
into that
was
dog?
in nurse practitioner school, too. So I started during this whole process, too. It was before TikTok Shop started. So I started too, and I would, do classes day. I worked part-time. I was able to go down to part-time eventually. When I first started, I was doing full-time work. So I was working 3/12 a week. I was doing grad school and was doing TikTok. And then after I started getting money, and then like July came, like August,
Socks? What's wrong, boy?
$20,000.
Whine whimper.
September, I had made over $40,000.
I think he's trying to show us something.
I don't know if this is consistent, and I can like step back from the hospital some, and he said it's consistent, step back. And so in September of that year, I stepped back and only went to part-time.
Oh no, the poor
Did that feel
babies.
scary at all?
Terrifying. I was terrified. I was terrified because to me, security was something I needed. Like, I needed the security of clocking into a job, clocking out to a job, and knowing that every Thursday I was going to get paid.
I think that's one big thing that rings in people's minds.
Yes.
Is the idea
Cheap.
of using money on social media almost feels unreal because there's always the idea that you have to make it through a 9 to 5.
Exactly. That anything else.
Like that watch.
Yeah, I was terrified. Like, that was the biggest thing for me is I was terrified. And I can remember one month I only had like and I say only, but I only had like a $19,000 month. And I was like, okay, that's it. I have to go back to the hospital. I have to go get my job back now. Like, but it was just that it took me so long to get over that.
You're a hero, Socks.
Like, no.
And you were really doing it like you didn't have any other TikTok kind of creative
No, I was just doing it.
doing your thing.
Yeah, I was just doing my thing. Like, I would get products that I loved to talk about. It took me a while to figure out exactly what TikTok Shop was doing or what it was. And it was mostly just products that I already had.
Distress
Started
cheating
making
urgent.
videos on it. And, and I made it relatable to me and what I liked. And I was honest about things that I liked. And it kind of evolved. And I was
Cheap.
trying to get my money too. Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, that's how we found you. Is you were posting every single day. You were going live with the Glow Side. And there I said, this woman is amazing. It showed, Mario, and you were so every single day. And I was like, she genuinely loves this product.
That's the thing is that you were going live with her product, but you didn't just do it one time. Like we noticed you like the first couple times when you kept doing it, and I remember Anna was like, I keep getting consistent sales from this woman like going live with the gummy. Like she keeps going live with the gummy. Like, I don't even know who she is.
And she's incredible. She's just getting back.
Not the gummy. Yeah, and I love them. I can remember getting them, and I put them in. And like when I first got them, the cabinet from out, I like would take them and talk about them, and then I ran out and they sold out. And I ran out, and that's when I really noticed the difference. And I was like, oh no, this is not happening. And so as soon as they came back in stock, I was like, yes. And then that's probably about the
Socks?
And
What's
so
wrong, boy?
how did
Whine
that,
whimper.
like that was a new chapter in your TikTok shop career.
I think he's trying to show
Can we
us
talk
something.
about that? Like, what was the difference and really like what changed?
you talking right when you make content. I felt like in the beginning there was like a lot of shop creators.
You had a really big store.
Yeah, I had a huge start, and a lot of it was because I was there very early on. I think that is what got me like that big jump start at the beginning. And I was still doing good like when we started doing this, but my content was the same as it was in the very beginning. And eventually that content wasn't working anymore. And you guys let me like taught me to see that I had to also involve.
There was something that wasn't sustainable.
And it was, you know, I just kind of was, I really wasn't like,
You were basically just like pulling products that you liked and talking about them and being like, hey, I really like these.
Yeah, and we were getting so many samples in the mail every day. I remember you told us one day it was like 30 samples, and I was like, oh my god.
and I was getting so it was so overwhelming too. And I was doing it in a little
Cheap.
like a 3-foot camper.
You're a hero, Socks.
The air conditioning would be so loud and hot.
And you were like, you have to film with air. It would be 100 degrees in Kansas, and I'm letting the air conditioner off.
Oh my god. But now you live in a house where you got your TikTok, right?
TikTok shop has like avoided me so many things. It's been great. I was in grad school when and I ended up going through grad school, and I am 100% debt free from school. I have 0 student loans.
Incredible.
Yeah. I was able with TikTok money to pay for grad school, to pay for clinicals, to pay for boards, to pay for licensing. Like I did all of that cash money, TikTok money, with the truck off. We had a brand new Denali we paid off. I had a Jeep Wrangler that I paid off. Like those were the finance, and we paid both of those off. And then we decided to not to stop traveling and to stay in one place. And we bought a house last September. And the nicest thing about that was knowing that I could pay the down payment on the house, and I paid and that I didn't have to worry. I still had lots of money in the bank. We made a whole backyard oasis, and you call it my TikTok house because it was paid for. Like everything was paid for by like TikTok. It's amazing.
You're such a blessing.
It is. It's really.
Bark.
You guys are the reason. Like you did the hard work.
Let's
Socks?
talk about the
What's wrong,
incubator.
boy?
Like,
Blind
well,
whimper.
we created a second account first of all.
Yeah.
I
So
think
you were
he's
on
trying
that
to
first
show us
account. You were posting every single day, kind of just like saying, hey, I like this, I like that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of this stuff also coming from your community as well.
It was. Yeah. It wasn't coming from when I first started doing my
Oh no, the poor
And
babies.
so we had come in and we were like, well, Tanya, we think that you could really add in some strategy here. And instead of relying on speaking to your community, you can speak to the algorithm.
Yeah.
And in that way, you can speak to millions of people. And if you just know the right way to say whatever message you want to say, the algorithm will push your video to millions of people who have never even heard of you, but they're going to. And that is how I have a $98,000 month.
Yeah, that was. I never thought of it that way. Yeah. So we did the new account.
We made a brand new account from scratch, like not
It
one
had
little thought in there.
5,000 followers, and I have over 80,000.
I had 89,000.
Crazy.
All from TikTok videos.
All from TikTok
There's
videos.
nothing on that page except TikTok.
Cheap.
And it's been a lot of the same ones.
Yeah.
You're a hero, Socks.
Yeah, I've only done like very few products, very minimal products, and it's the same product over and over and over. Same type videos, like very, strategic videos that you have to talk about how to do strategy, and that's what's done it.
I think a lot of people don't get that. I think a lot of people are stuck in that mindset of if you continue ordering samples and you continue like posting as many videos as possible.
Yeah.
Like they're posting so many videos.
Oh my gosh, I saw a thing where this girl was giving advice to post like 700 videos in a month. How do you post 700 videos in a month? Like, I mean, I'm posting maybe 60, 90, and some months I was bad and not as many, but like, I think I've ever been posted on like videos.
I haven't seen Tanya go under $30,000 in profit in a month in the last year that we've worked
I
together.
haven't.
And also your mindset shift has completely changed.
Oh,
100%. And how has working with us helped with that?
Because you don't like teach content. Like I didn't know that
What's gotten into that dog?
journaling. I'm still not like I'm getting better about journaling, but like I didn't realize that back really play a part into. And it does. Like, and I've seen it with like other players who are super negative to themselves and talk very negative about themselves, and they don't thrive as much. Like the positivity and the journaling and the like. France was on my vision board. I never got it. It was on all of our vision board. And France was on my vision board. And here we are sitting in San Jose, and that mindset that's completely changed it. And,
I think he's trying to show us something.
I graduated my practitioner school in Montreal, and I'm passed forward. And if I didn't have the mindset that I have now, I would be like wanting to find a job, you know, and wanting to like, make sure I could work full time and have that. But I want to still be a teacher. I want to work part time. I don't want to work full time. And I have that luxury to be able to do that.
And what about the community?
Oh my God.
Like, how has adding community into your entire department helped you?
So not long. Even when I was doing it before you guys, sometimes I would feel very alone and very stuck. Sometimes when I get stuck creatively, I didn't have anywhere to turn for that. Now I have this whole community that I can like, ideas off of and get inspiration from and just get a we got you or you got this or I can say I'm not feeling creative today and you know you or Anna or Mary or anybody else in the group will be on the phone and be like, no, you got this, you're gonna knock out a banger today and just give you that good stuff that you need.
Cheap.
So what would you say to someone who's scared you're a hero. Scared to take this leap of faith? What would you say? Because you did it. The first thing I would say is I completely understand. It's scary. Like it's scary to not have that safety and that security. But you know what? Like that's too short to like wonder like what if. Because if you don't start now, you might say in a year, well what if I started a year ago? Where would I be now? Just be somebody that started at that time.
Distress cheaping, urgent.
I don't have anything to lose. Like you can start with things that you have. You don't have to put out as much money to be able to start. You know, like you can just start. And I think another thing is like a lot of times people are scared to start with. They feel like, oh, I'll start when this happens in my life. Oh, I'll start when this happens in my life. And I look back now and think like when you guys first contacted me, I was busy. I was doing clinicals 5 days a week. I was grad school. I was, you know, taking care of a grandson. My son was employed, I think, at the time too. And if I had said I graduated, you know, 9 months, a year, let's do a thing. Like I would be a whole year behind. Because when I graduated, it would be like, oh, we'll wait till after I get bored. And then we'll wait till after I get a job. And that was scary to me at the beginning too. It's like, well, it'll be a better time eventually. You just have to start. There's not like a better time. There's always going to be something in your mind that's like, oh, like it would be better if I waited till the year or till the end, till this thing happens. You just made it happen. Yeah, like you had something going on and we asked you, okay, we're going to start another account and we're going to be posting multiple times a day on it. Yeah, really, like you just made it happen. Yeah, like you're like, okay, I'm doing this, I'm committing to this. You didn't ever complain. Yeah. And I think I never heard you complain. And it was coming up with strategy. Like we came up with, like at the time I also did like batch content. I would batch content for a whole day. And I think that's what really helped do. And so I just worked that into batching the content and it made it much easier.
Instead of automatically assuming something is impossible because it feels very difficult or like in your head impossible, taking a moment to evaluate it and be like, hey, maybe there is a way that I can work this in. Maybe there is a way that I can make this happen. You were fully leaning into that.
Yeah. And I didn't feel like I had anything to lose. Like I had nothing to lose. You know, if it didn't work out, it didn't work out. Yeah. But I didn't have anything to lose. So I think that was like a huge thing too. And I had already seen too that I could make money on TikTok. And now I can just make money.
Cheap.
Yeah. So making $1 million through a TikTok shop
Still sounds unreal.
That sounds unreal.
That's still a part number for me here sometimes.
And so that's actually part of my question. Obviously, your life has changed a lot financially. How has that transformed your self-image and what challenges have you had to face in actually making money, because when you really have that money now, like you have to be able to have it and maintain it, and deal with like, okay, like my financial life is completely different now.
I'm in a total different life bracket.
Yeah, how do you deal with that internally?
I think back to my kids, and that's where my mind always goes, is because I can either have, okay, money, a 9 to 5, or I can have great money, take a leap in doing this, and I can leave them with, yeah, I'm almost do this, or I can leave them with generational wealth one day. And that generational wealth, like, just drives me, because I never want my kids to have to be in situations that I was in.
Did you believe in creating generational wealth?
No, never.
Whoa.
Never.
You didn't think about it?
No. Like, I thought that generational wealth is only, generational wealth.
You didn't realize that you could create.
I didn't realize I could in my family to
do that.
Like, I wanted to kind of keep up with that. Like, if my parents didn't love to use that, I didn't, it never, like, made sense to me that it could be me. So you were the one that I started in my head could start that generational wealth for my kids, my grandson. It would be me, but it's what drives me.
Socks?
Yeah.
What's
Your
wrong?
story is like
Why
so
whimper?
inspiring, Tanya, and I'm just so happy that we all here. We're
I think
not
he's trying to show us something.
Villa right now. I never in a million years did I think that I would be in the top of France, first of all. The last 4 days, 5 days, 6 years, amazing. And being on a yacht today in the Mediterranean.
Oh no,
And
the
that's
poor
the thing,
babies.
like those are the things I would see like on TV that people did. And I didn't know that that could be me. And it's just thinking of TikTok Shop.
Yeah.
Like going and like thing like TikTok Shop is so new still that like there's so much money to be made.
Yeah.
Because it's so deep.
I mean, all of us
Cheap,
know that we
cheap.
have not hit the peak. Like,
Nowhere near it. And I guess it's like going into it that it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
And there's gonna be ups and there's gonna be downs and you just kinda have to go with it and understand that, and I think that's where the mindset has to come in.
yeah, that strength, that
If
foundation.
you don't have that mindset, the roller coaster should kill you.
So true. That's why we're so mindset first. in our
Yeah.
community. We really focus on strengthening that mindset, because if you don't have that, even if you put money into it,
You're a
you're
hero,
gonna drive yourself
son.
nuts.
Yeah, and you'll worry about it constantly.
Is there like a piece of advice or like something in the mindset realm or something said to you early on or throughout this journey that's like really stuck with you?
I don't know if you said it, but you do it. And that's surround yourself with people of a like mindset. Like, surround yourself with people who want to create generational wealth. Surround yourself with people who talk good about themselves. I think that's like the biggest thing. Like, and don't push yourself down. Like, find people who lift you up as well. And find people who are happy for you and your accomplishments. And that you in turn can be happy for when they have those events. That's just the support system, and finding, like, surrounding yourself with those type of people of the same mindset. Because if you surround yourself with somebody who's negative all the time, that's not going to help you. And I think that's the biggest thing, because, there are people in my life that I don't really talk to that much anymore because they don't have the same mindset. It's always negative. It's always some type of problem. And it's not okay, well, let's get through this and figure it out. And I think that's everyone. Everyone wants each other to win. Yeah. And we don't really have any feeling.
Yeah.
It's truly no feeling. No, not at all. And the community is like amazing. Like, this campaign. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. Okay. Any final thoughts? I want to make some money. Yeah.
So guys,
What's
thank
wrong,
you for
boy?
tuning in
Why
and
whimper?
listening to our interview with Tanya. Incredible.
I think he's trying to show us
And
something.
She's been such an integral part of us expanding the entire community here and showing us that this is possible at the same time. Just as much we couldn't have done without you. The creators are so important, because without people like you who believe in the process and believe in taking the lead, then there is nothing. And we
Bonnie was literally our first student.
Yeah, and I have loved my best bro, and I'm glad that I've been there for everyone.
Thank you. We're so proud of you.
Yeah. So if you guys resonate with what we spoke about today and you want to get to abundance, Tanya is actually one of our lead coaches in the Abundance Academy, where we are taking the same example for you to help creators like her make $1 million in profit, and we are now helping you guys. We're taking it to the masses, we're making it public. So Tanya is one of the head coaches in that program. We're going to have a link in the description if you want more information about it. But in the meantime, you can also feel free to subscribe, like, and comment because we have so much more sauce coming your way.
Thank you, Tanya.
You're a hero.
Brandy is filming another video when she hits her 100K month. Yes. Yeah. So that'll be very soon. I had and sales. Love what you're talking about. Product research.
Distress cheaping urgent.
I think people can feel my excitement when we're burning on it. So I went from making that 34 in August, in September I made 7, August 5, in November 265. Since May.
Bark.
Welcome back to Since the Conference Podcast on the internet today, controlled by Jackie Jimenez. You made the life nursing aesthetics. Jackie, 5.5 hours to be here today from Amarillo, Texas, currently. Welcome to the show.
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
Bark.
What's up, fella?
Bark. Sucks? What's wrong, boy? Whine whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Okay, guys. This is a little freaky because a woman's attraction is greatly going to influence your mouth use. And this is because
The poor babies.
when a woman is attracted to you and is showing that attraction, you act more. When a woman is telling their kind of indifferent, the way you start saying like, oh, shit, I'm losing her, doctor, I'm losing her. Y'all ever seen when a doctor is like, doctor,
Cheap.
That's how it is when you want to date a woman. In fact, the conversation just doesn't flow with you because her attraction greatly influences your company. Now, I know we've been talking about the goes on YouTube. Yes, the truth is inside. All this other bullshit. But at the end of the day, guys, validation is all about the way we feel about it.
You're a hero, Socks.
I have said this several times that if I had my things and wake up tomorrow, every day give me what to say, but outside the life that you say, I was in a house, right? And I got that. There's no way in the hell for me to try to act, tell y'all a lie like I'm going to go in the world and act like I don't do that. Y'all guys remember the acting breakout I had due to my thyroid medication. Broke my head out fucking really bad. Y'all got to influence the way I felt. I'll be fucking inside. Okay? I know it looks good now. It looks good now.
Bark.
But at that time, before I had my thyroid surgery, when my hormones were fucked up, yes. So, a woman attraction is greatly going to put your mouth because of the validation.
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
You see the attraction.
Bark.
On the other thing, guys, about how you feel about yourself. A woman can find you attractive, but if you just think like, I'm okay, like y'all got this all the time when I do health man video and shit, y'all got this how I feel.
Bark.
And when I say stuff like, oh, I got health man pressure, I'm
Sucks? What's wrong, boy? Whine whimper.
you blind motherfucker like that.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Is how you see it. This is why you see guys who look
Oh no,
okay,
the poor babies.
but got low self-esteem, and why you see guys who don't look decorated and say they shit. Because it also depends on how you see yourself sometimes. Okay? So as the great Deion Sanders once said, if you look good, you feel good, you feel good, you play good.
Cheap, cheap.
You go wrong with the conversation. You feel good, you go conversation. That's the way it works. Okay? In other words, when you feel less attractive, you tend to start overcompensating by acting a little bit more goofy in places. You feel like I have to make her laugh. When you feel sexy, you act sexy and lay back
Cheap,
and chill
cheap.
because you feel like you're sexy. You feel like you gotta go over
You're a
the top.
hero, Socks.
Okay, guys? So that's what I mean about how you feel. All right? Let's get into these qualifiers on how to rate them out. Let's do the great mouth people. All right, guys? Number one, guys, you raise women attraction with your mouth. So, guys,
Distress cheaping,
you know,
urgent.
we live in this world today, and I don't know where this shit came from. I don't know what idiot they
Cheap,
came up
cheap.
with this shit, but somebody came up with burning this side. Somebody, I don't know who the fuck it was. I wish I could just choke the shit out of you. I don't know what the fuck said, but I wish I could just get my hands around their neck and choke the shit out of their head. Because it's the stupidest thing in dating coaches that I can listen to. Here's the thing. Women are not created as men. This person
Whoa, what's gotten into that
is
dog?
stupid. Unfortunately, guys, your look is not as women look better to us. Men gotta stop. We're hardwired to go after us. It's not because women are hardwired. This is the same thing when I see these stupid ass women go on these shows and say, well, why you think you feel together? Well, I think niggas, we don't care, honey, bud.
Bark.
I don't care what you say. I don't care what you're agreeing. I don't care what
Socks?
you got.
What's wrong, boy? Whine whimper.
It don't fucking matter.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Are you fooling around with your energy and doing something to attract? That's all we care about. All that other shit you don't give a fuck about. If you see these women go on these shows, what is her saying? Well, what makes you think a man is going to do? Well, I feel so they
Oh
leave
no,
the
the
money.
poor babies.
Who gives a fuck? So, guys, women, if you want to burn the desire for it, please put it to rest. Yes, would it be nice in a perfect world? Everyone that we went out with had burning desire. Yes, I would love burning desire. But the point is,
Cheap.
women have to have an attractive rating with the spots. I'm sorry, your looks just don't matter that much to women. Yes, every now and then you're going to run across a woman who's going to have burning desire. But you want to live your life off of that? That's what we base this shit off of now, burning desire. Your mouthpiece and your conversation skills and, you know, all the other things.
Cheap.
And all this other stuff, right? Is what is.
You're a hero, Socks.
You have a great mouthpiece. You are on a consistent basis able to go through with women who have indifferent attraction. Attraction. That's where the breaking on. That was breaking on the field and comes on a consistent basis.
Distress cheaping, urgent.
All day. And for the rest of the guys, if you go on a date with a woman who's had a text,
Cheap.
women do not go on dates with guys who have a text. I know we want to get more and shit and we want to have a whole just want a free meal my ass.
Bark.
Now I do know they got some older bitches where they got no money and go. I read the article of older bitches who go out on 7 days a week and get free meal and everything because the bitches. I understand that. That goes to my side. Y'all see how bad with the kids.
Whoa, What's gotten into
I
that dog?
understand those women. That's a small minority. No, a lot of women don't do that. They won't waste their time. Come on, get some bullshit there. Make us, I can't make time. That's what the average woman would do when she just gave you a number to get the fuck out of there. You know what it is? And you just want it.
Bark, bark.
Not your fault. You gotta
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine whimper.
sometimes y'all just think about it.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Okay, guys, sometimes you feel like that's where your conversation is. If your ass ain't happy, that's gonna be. But more times than not, you have a great conversation skills. You get ready
Oh
to
no, the poor babies.
We ain't got you just think bad. Now, in this sexual marketplace, this how this is. The baddies that got
Cheap, cheap.
they get to have that. They get the cream of the crop. I know everybody want a fucking participation trophy, but that ain't the way this shit works. You don't get no fucking participation. In the sexual marketplace, the highest limit is the highest thing you need. When you find out, you have to have a conversation.
Cheap, cheap.
All of the facts, not half of the facts.
You're a hero, Socks.
And without having money, without their transaction, they still able to be about yeah. Without transaction, or like still with a market. Like, or like you never own let's do it.
Distress cheaping, urgent. Cheap, cheap.
I want them to okay? That's what you do. Guys who have rich people.
Bark, bark.
They don't even have no money like that. And just for the record, guys,
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
Bark, bark.
Guys, and there's no reason for her to just sell it for us. All we just look, we got no game, right? And getting stuff.
Bark, bark. Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Oh no, the poor babies.
You're able to not raise the track that good, but you're able to see the good path behind that. So when you have an average mouthpiece, okay, like I said, guys, I already explained about how stuff and how you
Cheap, cheap.
All this matters. Like all this stuff leads to this, right? But we put all things of people. You know what? Let's just base this video off of a woman as viewing you as a 6 or a 7. That's the way. Because I understand if a woman views you as a 9 or a 10, that's going to greatly influence the way you act on the day. But you're going to make you feel like you got this. I understand.
Cheap,
but
cheap.
That a woman is indifferent. You are average.
You're a hero, Socks.
When a woman sees you as a 6 or 7, you got average mouthpiece. With she has to opposed to the guy that's a great mouthpiece, it's like 80, 90. It's never going to be 100%, even if you have a great mouthpiece.
Distress
Because
cheaping,
y'all guys know
urgent.
how His ex-boyfriend come back to the picture. They feel they like you too much, and they like, I don't want to get hurt.
Jeep,
They'll go,
Jeep.
you know, the devil will be 100. But what great mouth feels on folks. Average,
Bark, bark.
50-50 will see you as a sick boy. Now, that can be fixed. That can be fixed. All of how you feel about yourself, you do yourself and stuff like that. And you start feeling more sick.
Whoa,
You're going
what's
to
gotten
act
into
sick.
that dog?
See, guys,
Bark, bark, bark.
in Southern without strong games, and then your conversation skills, I don't really get into that. I believe in just showing up in a productive frame, looking your best, and let them speak your game, pass us, keep it as it is. You know what I'm saying? But I don't really get into
Bark, bark.
functionality and all that type of stuff. But when I go on a
What's
date
wrong,
with a
boy?
woman, I know
Why
the
whimper?
right? You know, y'all know.
I think he's trying to show us something.
But I do understand that sometimes, and even if you want to go to the guys, the way you are, stuff like that, I get turned off a lot. Right? So, women, one of the reasons why you feel
Oh
about
no,
it,
the poor
stuff,
babies.
names today, or make you feel, if women are not that soft. And when women are not that soft, it puts you sort of like a feeling that you might don't know that. But when women act the way they act today, then it puts you in a state of fear. What happened?
Cheap, cheap.
It's idleness, all the top, that's the energy, the
I'm a pharmacist. Actually, with your money, you're in the right place. Magnesium is one of the most important minerals in our entire body because it's
another thing about that guy is typically
Cheap,
I
cheap.
want you to be hot down.
if you are starting content creation.
You're a hero, Socks.
Stuff like that. This is your one to be bad. Outside of that. And all I do, guys, is my mouth is worked off of my tongue. All I
Distress
do
cheating,
is
urgent.
do the stuff to the filter about myself, and it's going to put it out. That's my mouth. My tonality, my body language, my when you feel sick, stuff like this. If you allow us to
Bark, bark.
y'all guys understand that? So when I get on a date or something like this, it ain't necessarily put my hands on a girl feet or something like that right now. If you let that go, and I know that, I do
What's gotten into that
that's
dog?
about 30 minutes, just stay or something like that.
Bark, bark, bark.
Get easy, you know, that. It's so right. It's testing boundaries a little bit. It's it also that's about
Bark, bark. Socks? What's wrong, boy? Wine
All right,
whimper.
guys, that's it. Low average.
I think he's trying to show us something.
You have, I practice for these are the guys who don't know about the industrial matter. These are going to be the guys
Oh
who
no,
don't
the poor
feel.
babies.
And a lot of the times, guys, what I don't want you to do is say to the guys, these are guys who haven't done it, just proven the way they should, or look back the way they should. What they end up having is they go out and have no.
Cheap, cheap.
But at the end of the day, guys, there's no getting around it here. We got to go to the back. We go to the hospital. You align with you being more confident, you're going to protect out the earth, and you being more attractive. You just can't get around it. Even with something like this. I understand guys who have outliers, guys. I live in the basement.
You're a hero, Socks.
Guys, I live in the basement. I ain't have no money to buy no clothes. I just use jeans and a afflicted shirt. I used to wear the afflicted shirt out. And like old clothes, right? And that ain't crazy, designer stuff or nothing like that. Just a fitted jeans, afflicted shirt,
Stress
so they
cheaping,
tight,
urgent.
and then come over or something like that, guys. But I felt sexy. I used what I had, which was then I was in the best shape of my life. So I used what I had to get there. I ain't had a shit like this. Well, no, but you got to use that, guys. You got to average your head up. You have what you can find yourself, and you fuck that up. But I think that average guy can find me in both terms, which is a great mouthpiece. Average.
Whoa.
Great high close rate. Average.
Bark, bark, bark.
All right, guys. I'll get back to you guys.
Bark, bark.
What's up, fellas? So I had a morning pick for that.
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
With the female.
I think he's trying to show us something.
With the female. And there are some signs that you know when you see some signs that you're get with a girl and it's just, you can't put the finger on it, it's just like, hey, now,
Oh no, the poor baby.
I want for a feel, but I will say this. Today, hopefully, and you all, a lot of you guys will get to know this because women fight, you know, their nature so hard because these feminine forces. You make it too easy for them, he ain't gonna respect you. You make it easy, he ain't gonna value you. So back in our days, 20 years ago, pre, you know, all these female guys, the male dating folks was just countering the female dating folks. That's all we come about from. The female dating folks started teaching women strategies and tactics that made women fight their female nature. Right? Cheap. And that's why y'all had come up how it was in my days, and I can't speak back before that time. I can say how it was in my days. When a girl liked you and she wanted you, that woman would pursue the hell out of you. That woman would call you. Man, if a girl like you back in the day, was nothing for that woman to call you 4 or 5 times in that one day. Once those person saying that, oh, you know, I'll call her back later. If you call the girl, if you went at home, this call out, he came out, and she went home, and as soon as you walk through that door, she's gonna call you nothing 5 hours later, or text you back, call you back the next day, and all that. That's game. We research a lot of stuff to do, and we say, well, no, it's something like this game. Okay, guys? So let me get into it and teach you guys how you know what it's meant to be. Number one, it's
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
guys,
Bark, bark, bark.
when it's meant to be, there's no pain. There's none of that. There's no raising of the issue. You guys gonna say, well, wait a minute, EMS. You just said another piece. And it's better when you got to raise the income on the whole all into a track. No. Ideally, you would like to have.
What's wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
The question on that video was the guy wanted to know if you
I
had
think he's trying to show us something.
So I can't, like one of you guys said, which is better? To Do your purpose and make a living at it and make $100,000 a year, or do a job you hate and make $1 million a year, and you work the same amount of hours. But one is your passion in life, your purpose in life, and the other one is something you hate, but you're gonna work the same amount of hours. Which one would you rather do? Then if you ask me that, then I would tell you, ideally I would love to make $1 million a year doing my profession. But that's the truth. Cheap. So that's the you gotta ask me if I had to choose. So if I had to choose, if we're talking about for a purpose field guy as in a relationship, you would much rather have a woman who is about the intellect, a woman who's stimulated with her mental, opposed to a woman who's just physical. Okay? Because what happens is, if you're a guy or prefer long-term monogamous relationship, what ends up happening is when that woman is, she will start off burning hot, and it goes home very quick because it starts off hot because it's all attraction. There is no foundation there. It's all attraction. It's much better when you're doing it for a long-term monogamous. That's where the red pill guy like me is optimal for right? Because that's not my priority, right? For a relationship-minded guy or a guy who wants something out of it, you much rather have someone that likes it opposed to. Okay? So, if you ask me, ideally in a perfect world, I would like to have both. That's how you know it's meant to be.
Bark.
When y'all connect intellectually and physically, that's the perfect mission. When it's both things, better. Listen, we talk about the adjustable standards and shit out of the whole field. But ideally, I would love to have the men that had the adjustable standards, right? But we have to compromise because we get that out of the nine and 10. And so we take a little less beautiful woman because she's going to have better attributes outside of just silk. And so we compromise a little bit and we say, okay, we take this acceptable 8. I say it's 8.5, but that's neither here nor there. Okay, guys? So,
Socks? What's wrong, boy?
another one is
I think he's trying to show us something.
And allow this guy is just going to be the woman in the house. Okay? If she reads these feminist books and stuff like that, and these books are telling her to, don't make herself available this week because you ain't going to respect her, you don't think she's not a talent. Who came up with this shit for a female? What man wants a woman that's a challenge? Yes, we men respect a woman that don't give a damn on the first day. Yes, if you talk about that challenge, then that's cheap. Yes, man. I'm on camera right now. Yes, we men, as far as a long-term monogamous relationship, yes, if you want us to respect you, try not giving us head 10 minutes in the car after we get fixed. Yes, absolutely. But as far as the challenge of not making myself available and responsible to 6, 8 hours later and all this other shit, we can expect you full of shit. I just want to let you know for the 8 women that watch my videos. For the 8 women, y'all want to tell all y'all friends that we men, when y'all do that, we don't think you're talented, we think you're stupid. Okay? I just want to let you know that. I don't know what y'all think. I think y'all think y'all do it. We actually think that you really that you can responsible for taking 8 hours. I know you might think you stupid like that, but we actually know it's good. I just want to
stress cheating, urgent.
Next guy, y'all are compatible. What the guy is not going to work if you're a homebody and Mr. Girl. It's not going to work, and vice versa. If you like to climb mountains and go fishing and climb trees, and you like to read books and watch the History Channel on TV, that's not going to work. I don't care how attractive you like her or how attractive you think you is. If y'all pictures don't last, it's not going to last long time. I'm telling you right now. If you got a girl right now and y'all been together 3 months, 6 months, I'm telling you right now, if y'all in Is she the health minister? And you sit around smoke cigarettes, drink alcohol, eat fried chicken all day every day? Maybe y'all can have a fuck thing, but this is not going anywhere in the relationship. It's just not. I'm just letting you guys know that right now. There has to be some compatibility. It's not compatibility. It's meant to be. If it's meant to be, I would think at least 80% compatibility. There's no such thing as 100% compatibility, but 80%, 4 out of 5 things y'all got
I
in
think
common,
he's trying to
that's
show
how
us
it's
something.
meant to be. Anything less than that, then I promise you it's going to be short term. Because the physical gets old very quick. Now, if we just talking about a sex thing, then no. But if we're talking about long-term committed relationships, even if it's non-monogamous, if y'all cannot encourage the company outside of the bedroom, it's not going to last long. Period. Next guy, she's emotionally stable. Now, this got nothing to do with you.
Cheap.
Some of you guys hormones are fucked up. Maybe she don't work out. Maybe she don't eat enough green vegetables. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just a full moon next month. Y'all guys do as much as I know. Some women are just not emotionally stable. Some crazy than others. But you would have a woman where everything is going good, and she gets out on the side and no fucking cheap. Now, I will say this.
You're a hero, Socks.
There are yin and yang, right? There's somebody for everybody, right? And I'll just say this. There are beta males out there that just work for it. And let me explain this to y'all guys. When I say this, when I try to it's emotion test. Let's say, like hypothetically say, you got 2 apples.
Distress chieftain, urgent.
Right? And I can promise you, they're not going to be able to hang like that. That's not simply the way it works. Cheap. One is more dominant than the other. And one that kind of like just goes with the flow. And so, in some situations, an emotionally unstable woman, some guys are so laid back to chill and just like all of us guys, if someone gets riled up easier than others, right? I do not get with a emotionally unstable woman very long at all. But there are guys who, not that they're push on them, they just like they're involved of that easy, right? You know, in that situation, those guys, I still refer to them as they really out. I guess a guy that's just more laid back, don't let up emotion woman. You might say that. I guess all the way you look at it, right?
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Wine whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
You know, we're not gonna work. I like to be quiet, and you bring your little funky attitude in front of God drama. There's some guys, they just
the poor babies.
But they get so easy feeling way back that you come in and fuss about the business and he just kind of like brush off it on he don't bother. Not that he's letting her bully you or nothing like that. He just don't get bothered. Okay, guys, but let you other guys,
cheap.
It's not going to work. This is just her hormones, guys. This ain't got nothing to do with you. Maybe you go to the doctor. I don't know what it is. Some women just feel like their period is on all the fucking time. Next guy, she's emotionally available. And not only saying it akin, I'm speaking to, I know, majority of men, this goes for you too. All this stuff I'm saying,
you're a hero,
assume that you're already in that space, right? It don't matter if she's emotionally available, but you're not. That's kind of like what goes on with the relationship. All right, we're not emotionally available. All right, that's the whole point of why we keep a woman to 2 times a week, because we're emotionally unavailable. We're keeping her at arm's length. Okay, we're not start in 4 weeks, 4 times a week. You're gonna start developing some feelings. Okay, guys, you're gonna start developing that dependency on her. All right, But get back to the women, it seems as most she's going to be affectionate and stuff like that. And that matters, guys. Because at the end of the day, if you in a relationship or you're a relationship-minded guy, it feels good. Listen, we talk about a man being secure and knowing who he is. All right, fine. I don't believe a man should be seeking reassurance from a woman, right? But it would feel good if I see and you get hit. If that's the
Whoa,
way we
what's
say
gotten
it.
into that dog?
That's her giving you reassurance. And we talk about a man knowing and saying he should need. Yes, hell we do. If you're in a monogamous relationship, I'm not talking about those folks, but I'm not talking about the rich who get last who get the club. I'm talking about it would feel good if you touched the soul of every fucking dollar again. It would feel good if you sent you the heart emotion every
Socks?
time again.
What's wrong, boy? Whine
So why
whimper.
you ask questions, seeking reassurance?
I think he's trying to show us something.
And all of us got the fact that you're seeking that reassurance, if you're one of those guys that's asking reassurance type questions and stuff like that right there, like do you love me and stuff like that. It tells me that she's not really giving it.
Oh, no,
And I'm not
the
saying no
babies.
guy should be walking around here being reassuring every damn day. The woman got to say I love you every damn day. And she got to hug up on you on the couch every goddamn day. But damn, it's once a week. Can you send me the heart emoji? Can you send me? Can you tell me? I'm thinking about you today.
Cheap.
That comes from when the woman is emotionally available. You ain't gonna get that type of affection and stuff like that if she's not emotionally available, guys. She'll keep you at arm's length, you know, in her and this, that, and this. We talk about baggage, right? You know, we talk about baggage, right? A baby dad lost her left foot or her hip it broke her heart, so now she keeps the fence around her heart, and so now she don't let you in, but and so
You're a
now
hero,
to
Socks.
protect her feelings, she's trying to affectionate and this, that, and the other, and she don't want to see you too much, and all this other type of shit because she's afraid of feeling that. So guys, it's not going to work if the woman is not emotionally available and she's not affectionate and stuff. Because if you are in a relationship, this causes you to start
Distress cheaping.
doing
Virgin.
male behavior. This starts making you seek the reassurance because you don't know what the hell the bitch saying there. You don't know.
Cheap.
You don't know that everything you like to say. You're not going to get that as the one that's not emotionally available, guys.
Bark.
Next, guys, she's emotionally vulnerable. Like I said, it goes both ways. I'm just speaking to the guys. She's emotionally vulnerable. What's vulnerable? When a woman tells you out, when a woman will initiate contact.
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
Outside of the affection, the other small thing, that one reason why, guys, women don't like to approach and women don't like to initiate contact and stuff like that, guys, because it's so good. All right, you have to make sure, and a lot of women don't want to show that do. Okay, guys, and so
Bark.
that woman that's like that is not going to work because then,
Socks?
like
What's
said,
wrong,
guys,
boy? Whine whimper.
then
I think he's trying to show us something.
all that's happening on the sideline, and we just gonna speak like me. It feels good to get a good morning text from a girl that you like and got high into. And we all admit that.
Oh no,
It
the
feels
babies.
good when a woman initiates something. It's the smallest thing. Good morning. Something that used to be so simple back in the day that we just took for granted. Now it's like so many people because these feminine folks have you're surprised.
Cheap.
These feminist books have got women so confused, they don't know the difference between pursuing and showing interest. Pursuing is asking out. Showing interest is initiating contact. These women don't know if they go on the cover reading all these goddamn books. But all that out to the side, you make two more companies. See, these women, these women, you just always proud of
You're a
being.
hero, Socks.
Every day, just need to test the company. The test the company. Test the company. I don't want all this bullshit back in the day. Back in the day, they gave real serious. And everybody knew what they said, and a whole bunch of kids was made, and a whole bunch of people got married. Funny how now, with everything based around women not getting married, being real serious. The single rate is out of control. Most men don't even want to date them. Most women say they can't get a date. Ain't how that works. 20 years ago, you know, so interest, everybody was married. 20 years later, now that the women are talked to always naturally, gentlemen companies everybody say, maybe how everybody's single. I wonder why. These women not the most woman. Next guy, you like her.
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
If if 75% of the relationship, like you like to be okay, you cool, but sex is 75% of the relationship is not good. Because guess what, guys? If y'all want to well, that's 1 year, 2 years, 5 years, 10 years, I don't know how long, but at some point, the fucking will see.
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine whimper.
More than likely.
I think he's trying to show us something.
You will get tired of that guy one day. But this time, you got to wait to keep it. You allow them to keep it.
Oh no, the poor babies.
Other than that, I can also keep y'all from and when the fucking job, and that was 75%. You think it's like 75%.
Cheap.
Because hers will be a lot older than you think. Even if it's that's the problem. If you like this, you have to think of things good. You need like a way.
Cheap. You're a hero, Socks.
You don't feel that way about your girl, it's not meant. You like God.
Distress cheaping, urgent.
I was just talking about her. You like her.
Cheap.
Her. It's about you know what? If you don't like her, y'all can have all that stuff. Hard to like her. So both y'all like to find out. Those y'all last two, you don't like her.
Bark.
All right, let's go. Both y'all love the bitch. I got you. All right, you like her. Both y'all like her.
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
Bark.
Y'all buy whatever kids. Y'all get kids.
Bark. Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Oh no, the poor babies.
I'm gonna have a force system living in the need. I think what we got to do in this song is
Cheap, cheap.
and therein lies the problem. So if the woman is not in a ministry, if she doesn't appreciate these feminine books, these feminine energy is weak. When you're feminine, being weak, you're being submissive to a thing. So women go out their way, not
Cheap, cheap. You're a hero, Socks.
You gotta try to break it down to put her in a position. My problem is
Distress cheaping, urgent. Cheap, cheap. Bark, bark.
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark. Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Out of their way to try to make you think that they might be all I know. They think what
Oh no, the poor babies.
make you insecure about it. Where they could have spent that same energy to make you feel good that they're not doing it. You have to go out of their way. If they're fault free, they can perfectly not
Cheap, cheap.
even though it's their mom or their sister or nobody else knows. It's out of the open and it just drives you crazy. People, they gonna walk around not that you're doing anything, but it's like, so when I say you being trustworthy, I help you
Cheap, cheap.
who they have mentioned
You're a hero, Socks.
to make sure they're doing things to try to drive you crazy. All you got that's like play the game, this is the game, that is never meant to be. Because we are being like what is people.
Distress cheaping, urgent.
And you have a woman that's going out of her way to show you, to show that I see doing
Cheap,
things,
cheap.
because they were always under the guise of this. See, that's what they're everything now. They're really doing. People all
Bark, bark.
and we're going to move under the guise of this. So I am going with a under the guise.
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
Bark, bark, bark.
6 hours later, under the guise about the very day it was spent. So you can giving a man real time, make and then make the phone. They just want to get anytime to bring you down. It's
Bark, bark.
yeah, I'm talking about like I said.
Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
And this is why you take the whole laying this guy, and you give him the right number, and you turn it something out. Because he's still going to have a woman who's out of that.
Oh no, the poor babies.
It's definitely it's definitely a woman who is not on that forward. So if you ain't really allow you
Cheap, cheap. Cheap, cheap.
Oh.
You're a hero, Socks.
Oh, she just got scared. Why she got scared? I don't know. It's like, oh.
Distress cheaping, urgent. Cheap, cheap. Bark, bark.
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark. Socks? What's wrong, boy? Whine, whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Oh no, the poor babies. Cheap, cheap. Cheap, cheap. You're a hero, Socks. Distress cheaping, urgent. Cheap, cheap. Bark, bark.
Whoa, what's gotten into that dog?
Bark, bark, bark. Bark, bark.
Socks? What's wrong, boy?
Whine, whimper.
I think he's trying to show us something.
Oh no, the poor babies.
Cheap, cheap.